Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I love this. My name's Jay Milne. #Blue. Our sports update deliverer. The Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid? You might be honest. All right, here's what's going on in the nest.
Well, happy Friday, everybody. Got the Men's World Curling here. Coob, great job getting the TV going. Really good job.
I had to punch it a couple times for it to work properly.
You have to give it the old Fonzarelli. Mm-hmm. Canada playing South Korea 2-2 after 6. The Worlds being held in Ogden, Utah. Now, who remembers, show of hands, everybody, show of hands, the monorail episode of The Simpsons? Was one of the towns that got the monorail before Springfield, wasn't it Ogdenville? So not Ogden, but I want to say off the top of my head, I did not look this up. I did not know I was going to talk about this until 14 seconds ago. Because remember, the shyster monorail guy was selling the monorail to Springfield, and I believe the previous towns were Shelbyville, with which Springfield has a long-lasting rivalry and was mentioned in other episodes. I think there was even an episode or two where they went to Shelbyville. And I think the other two towns were North Haverbrook and Ogdenville, if I remember correctly.
Yes, Marge versus the Monorail, Season 4, Episode 12 of The Simpsons.
Well, I would say that's a top 10, if not top 5 Simpsons episode.
Brockway, Ogdenville, and North Haverbrook.
Oh, so Shelbyville wasn't one of them.
Shelbyville.
It was Brockway.
Yes, it was Brockway.
Brockway. Okay, I forgot about that. So Brockway, Ogdenville, and North Haverbrook. I believe 3 teams that at one point were all in the NFC South. You know who wrote the... Coop was like, what? They're in the NFL? What was that?
Yeah, what? What are you talking about?
There was a team in the NFL in the, I want to say the 30s, before the NFL sort of was more of a formal league. There was a team called the Dayton Triangles.
And they just had a triangle on their jersey, I'd imagine?
I don't know what they had. I'm not sure why they were called the Triangles. That just popped into my head for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was a team called the Dayton Triangles.
Yeah, and their logo was just... I
don't know if they had logos back then. I don't know if they hadn't discovered logos yet.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't a thing. There was a couple drops, though, that have a football player running through a triangle.
Running through a triangle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Founded in 1913, Dayton, Ohio, United States.
Did they know why they were called the Triangles? It must say why.
There's got to be a
triangle manufacturer own the team?
Originated from their home field, Triangle Park.
Oh,
Dayton,
Triangle
Ohio.
Park. Okay.
Played there from, of course, how can we forget? Played there from 17 to 29.
From 1917 to 1929.
Yeah.
We're taking you back. Look at we're 3 minutes into the show. Look at what we've taught people already. Simpsons knowledge and NFL trivia. Like now you can go around, you're hanging out with your buddies tonight, doing a family event, whatever. There you go. Hey, you know why the Dayton Triangles were called the Triangles, right? Well, the Triangle Park.
Well, and you can't forget, though, the team was a recreational outlet for employees of 3 major factories founded by Deeds and Kettering.
Oh, there you go.
Often referred to as the Industrial Triangle of Plants.
The Industrial Triangle of Plants.
Yeah.
Of course. Now it's all coming back to me.
Yeah, exactly. I remember learning this. Never.
Oh, that's great stuff. So 2-2, Canada, South Korea, 7th end, Men's World Curling. Oilers won last night, as you probably know. Many of you, I'm sure, watched the game. Big overtime victory against the Vegas Golden Knights. They will play the Anaheim Ducks tomorrow. That's back at Rogers Place. The game is at 1:30, kind of an unusual start time for a matinee in Edmonton. And the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show hosted by Tom Gazzola will be at 12:30. Tom and Belzy also have Hello Hockey tomorrow from 10 to noon. Ben Thompson, a big part of those programs. He's going to join me in a few minutes here for his usual Friday fun chat. Steve Carroll's going to be on the show, longtime play-by-play voice of the Anaheim Ducks, and our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week, a Pandas volleyball player who was the MVP of the Pandas U Sports gold medal victory a couple weeks ago. And she's from Sherwood Park. Abby Guzin is her name. She's also on the Canadian women's national volleyball team. I was talking to her yesterday, and I said, you're going to be the Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week, and you'll get a gift card to Pasta Pantry. That's the most excited I've ever heard anybody. She's like, oh, my God, I love the Pasta Pantry. So this works out perfectly.
Nice. Wins the gold medal. MVP,
and now
plays for the national team, but wants a Pasta Pantry.
There's the triple crown.
Yeah.
The triple crown has been achieved by Abby.
The cherry on top.
So that's coming up later. We'll have a lot of fun chat as well. Like I said, Blue Jays tonight. We'll be able to watch the first 2 or 3 innings of the game live. Well, then there's probably a pregame thing, eh? So I don't know what time the first pitch actually is.
Yeah,
anyway,
I wonder if they're going to have Drake or something.
We'll have it on.
No,
I think Drake and Bruno Gerussi are doing a duet of the national anthem. NCAA basketball tournament continues today. They only got one sweeper going on here. What's going on? Is Korea down a player? We just turned this on, so we missed anything that might have happened earlier. Because you can play with 3. We'll check into that. Maybe someone's watching and can tell us. Because somebody threw the rock, and there's only one sweeper, and one person holding the broom. NCAA today. Okay, what's coming up today, Coop? Is it Duke against St. John's? Is that today? That's today.
Yeah. Number 5, St. John's against the number 1 Blue.
All right, I had that matchup, and I have Duke coming out of that. Michigan State is playing who? Connecticut?
Michigan State is playing the Yukon Huskies.
Yeah, Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah, Yukon is short for University of Connecticut.
Okay.
You knew that. Please tell me you knew that.
Nope.
Did I just teach you something?
You might have.
I've taught the Coop something.
Yep. I only go by Yukon.
What a start
Do
to
they
the
call
show.
it Yukon?
Yes, Yukon's the short form,
That
but
is
it's
like
you
the U of A.
didn't actually think it was in the Yukon in Canada, did you?
Obviously not.
You just hadn't thought about it.
Yeah, that's spelt a different way.
Right.
I thought they were related. I thought they just sent people from Yukon down with their Huskies.
So Michigan State is playing Connecticut. I have Michigan. I had Michigan State playing UCLA, but I do have Michigan State advancing. So if Duke and Michigan State win, it's good for my bracket. And then what do we have? In the other bracket going on today, the Midwest, I have all 4 teams correct.
Wow.
Michigan's playing Bama, and I have Michigan winning. Tennessee's playing Iowa State. I have Iowa State winning, and of course I have Iowa State winning the title. Now, yesterday, how did I do? The Florida, the game that Iowa won, the number 9, I was already out in that bracket. Illinois and Houston, I had Illinois winning, and then I have Illinois going to the Final Four. Arizona, I had winning, and the other part of that bracket, I had Miami, where I think it's actually Purdue. So I'm doing okay. Mm-hmm. That's my bracket. Yeah, I mean, I can win $120 if I get first in that pool. I'm not gonna. Who's gonna turn down $120 in this economy, Goob? Have you seen the price of eggs?
They're pricey.
I don't know what these chickens are charging these days.
I know.
Who they think they are.
Are they the white cheddar chickens?
The white cheddar chickens. Of course, you can get in touch this afternoon. Please send us a text if you would like to. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino turning 20 this year, celebrating big until October 26th. Over $1 million in prizes, 35 winners of $20,000 in casino free plays, 9 brand new cars, 56 winners of $1,000 in cash. Go to rivercreeresort.com. Coob's going to talk a little bit about that, something going on there this weekend as well, and Fired Up a little bit later. You can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com. We love to get a limerick or 2 over the course of the show. We will say your suggested theme today is chickens. Chickens, or any type of barnyard fowl will be the topic today. If you're listening on iHeartRadio or TuneIn Radio, those are excellent streaming apps. Thank you for doing so. Please continue to spread the word about EST. I got a sneeze, Scoop. All right. Wait on.
Bless you, Reid.
I'm back. I never sneeze only once.
No, it comes in waves.
When I get going, I get going. Sorry about that, everybody. Email Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Your Limerick theme will be barnyard fowl. Okay. And if you're watching us on YouTube, the channel you're using is Edmonton Sports Talk. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Are we over 14.3? Pretty good. Keep pushing towards 15,000 subscribers, which is nice. You can chat with me and with each other. You're already off and running in the Nasty Chat. That's the chat function in YouTube down the right-hand side of the screen. If you're new and you hear, oh, Nasty Chat, what's going on? It's not nasty. It's just what we call it. It's a fun chat, well, for the most part. And you can also give the show the thumbs up. Click that little thumbs up button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right. We will try to get to 100 thumbs every show. We're 4 for 4 this week without Jason Milne. Jason Milne, big part of the show. He's off this week. I believe he's on a secret mission, which he'll tell us about next week. It would be hard for me to sit down with Jason and tell him that one show didn't get to 100 thumbs, and especially if it was the last show of the week. We're one show away. So don't let Jay down. Give us the thumbs up button. Let's get to 100 as quickly as possible. The 55-yard line has posted in the Nasty Chat. Roses are red, chickens are blue. If your head was on a platter, you'd be blue too. My goodness. Well, not a Limerick. Not a Limerick at all. And quite dark.
But a poem nonetheless. There was effort there.
It's a poem. It's a form of an effort. It's a form of an effort. Oh, my goodness.
You didn't say in which way. So fowl, what, that would be like grouse, any bird.
Barnyard
like
fowl. Barnyard fowl. A grouse would be a wild bird, would it not?
Yeah, I mean, you could probably stuff it in a barn. Why not? I mean, ducks,
You could
geese,
probably
right?
domesticate it.
Hens.
Sure. Rip City Step says, I just want to ask Reid if he thinks Vegas is a good team, but it's Friday, so I'll ask him if he thinks the Joker or the Green Goblin is a cooler villain. I actually don't think Vegas is a very good team. I thought they were a little fortunate to get a point out of that game last night, quite frankly. Look, I'm a Marvel guy. I get the appeal of the Joker. But I think the Green Goblin has historically been a great Spider-Man villain. So how about that, Rip City? I answered your question.
Both of them.
Yeah, even though he said don't answer one. Mitchie says, does that T-shirt say Sons of AM Nasty? It does.
That is
This is a Little Buckaroo
Yeah.
shirt, and they're presenting portions of this hour. We'll do their full read a little bit later on when Benny's here. So, yeah, get in there. Click the thumbs up on YouTube. I told you about all the great ways you can interact with us. We're going to have a good Friday. Lots of hockey talk, some basketball, some baseball as well. And we'll see where else we meander to. All right, it is time for your afternoon headlines. They are presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Bingo Boosh put the sword through the Knights. Vegas has gone to overtime 23 times. Hey, Jason Milne, is that time and a half in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Matty Savvy scored again. The last time a kid was this hot, he was in a song by Loverboy. Bucket Bonanza tonight. We got the Blue Devils, Red Storm, and Crimson Tide. Gee Willikers, is this a basketball tournament or a paint store? I'm Chet Palmer. Thank you, Chet.
What Loverboy song was Chet referring to, Reid?
Do you know?
I haven't a clue. I know Loverboy, though.
The kid is hot tonight.
Only tonight. Yeah.
Well, he was specifically hot the night that the song was referring to.
Well, and he was working a bit of overtime. I wonder if he got time and a half as well.
I don't know if he did or not.
Yeah.
I don't know if he did or not. All right. Good stuff there from Chet Palmer. So what now? Is this the start of spring break for all the little school kids? The little school kids. All the little rugrats?
I'm not sure if it's a start for us here in Alberta, but I know it's right around this time.
No, I'm pretty sure it is, Coob. That's why we're talking about it.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't know. I'm no longer in school.
Well, you got to find out. Didn't you suggest the off-topic topic?
I did because,
Right.
okay, what happened? I was on Twitter scrolling through, and in my timeline, I saw somebody post saying, wow, people would be shocked to hear that I spent my spring break in Edmonton. So that gives me the impression that they
I
are
see.
not
Okay.
from Edmonton or that area, but they are an Oilers fan, and they said, well, they said something about Edmonton being a niche city. Now they meant it as a vacation destination, but
Oh, I see. Okay.
yes, that's where this stems from.
I thought because Dustin was talking about spring break next week.
So it must be upcoming.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I got buddies in school. I haven't been like, hey, you got spring break?
You have buddies in high school?
No. Well, college.
Right.
University stuff.
Well, it'd be
but
different for them.
Yeah, it'd be
Right.
wherever, really. It's finals.
Koob, you are an endless source of just I don't even know sometimes. I don't even know what word it is you make me feel.
Okay.
Wonderment, perhaps.
Perhaps it is. Well, because Jay was off, went with the family.
Yeah.
This past week as
Justin
well.
on this show
Justin's-
yesterday talked about the kids having spring break next week.
Did he?
Yes. So this is why I'm bewildered. This is actually why I'm bewildered. You suggested a really good off-topic topic, but your reasons for it are not the typical reasons that I thought you were suggesting them for. Oh, kids have spring break next week. It's like you went from point A to point B, but you went through points C, F, G, and K first.
Yeah, it's like math. It's you got to show your work, but I did it the really long way.
Oh my goodness!
There was an easier way to this path. And
Yes,
outcome. Yeah.
I believe at least one of the two school systems is on spring break next week. Now, this is when people can help us out. So anyway, the off-topic topic. You're funny, Coop. Sometimes I can't believe it. Okay.
Yeah, I think that same
it.
thing when I look in the mirror each day.
Oh, never expected anything straightforward from the Coop. That's what I've learned.
Only
from you.
expect the unexpected.
Expect the meandering.
Yep.
Okay. Apparently, I see people posting about Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods was involved in a crash this morning. I haven't seen anything else, at least not that I'm sure enough that I would report about. There's speculation about stuff. We're just going to see what happens, okay? So I'm not going to just... I appreciate you putting stuff in the nasty chat, but I'm not going to just go to air with everything until, maybe I see the source that you're getting it from.
Well, Sportsnet.
Here it is. Bob Herrigs with Sports Illustrated. Tiger Woods arrested for DUI, alcohol not involved, passed breathalyzer, but refused urinalysis and was arrested. Okay, that's from Bob Herrig about 12 minutes ago, who covers golf for Sports Illustrated. So driving under the influence does not have to be alcohol, and I guess he refused a urinalysis, so he was arrested. So we'll see what keeps going on with that. 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. The off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. All right, Coop, your idea for the off-topic topic is what?
Your best spring break memory, moment,
Story, funny place
occasion,
you visited,
vacation, whatever.
Weird place
Spring
you went.
break.
So give us a spring break story or memory. Yeah.
Well, for me, I guess I had spring break every single year. I think we made it an annual tradition.
Wait a minute. What time of year did it usually happen?
I don't remember. Honestly, when I was in school in high school,
What season did you most associate spring break with?
I think the season of spring.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And
As long as we're on the same page there.
usually right at the start of spring. Calendars, I would just show up. I didn't know if it was a Saturday that I was at school, Monday, Tuesday, whatever. I would just show up and do my work, put my head down. I do remember, though, vividly on spring break when I had that time off, I would just enjoy it mainly with my friends, especially for a couple of years. I would just go on my BMX bike and hit up the local skate park. I lived pretty close to one at the time. And I would just learn new tricks, spend the entire spring break, if weather permitting, to go down the ramps, go around, get a Slurpee, just enjoy the day outside.
Being rad.
Yeah, being a rad, cool
kid. Yeah. That's
Who
awesome.
didn't remember when a spring break was?
That's awesome. So usually with the off-topic topic, it's a requirement that, you and me, me and Jay, when he's here, have something to contribute. I don't have anything to contribute to this. The last time I would have had a spring break would have been 1991. It's been a long time since I was in school. Now, I guess in university we had reading week that was in February. I guess that was sort of like a spring break. Not really.
Yeah.
So I don't remember what I did during spring break. Probably just hung out. I can't remember if we ever went anywhere. I think usually my birthday was during spring break. So maybe there would have been something birthday related. I think. So I don't really know what to tell you for this one.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't travel
Yours is pretty cool.
Either.
Yours is pretty cool. But we're going to hear from people who probably their family went on a trip or something fun happened.
Maybe they visited the Yukon
nothing.
campus.
We've had 2 good days. They visited the Yukon campus, but they went to the wrong Yukon.
Yep.
They were in Whitehorse, and all the basketball was in I don't think it's in Hartford. Is it in Hartford? I don't know.
Yukon location. Let's see.
Yeah.
Try and visit Whitehorse.
Oh my goodness.
Where is it? Stores? Connecticut.
What's the name of the town?
Stores.
Oh, is that STORSS? Is that how you spell it?
STORR.
Oh, it's double R and then an S. Yep. Okay, there you go. Oh my goodness. Well, here we go. It's 3:22. We're having a great time. Oilers and Ducks tomorrow. We're going to talk about Evan Bouchard. He's having a huge season. Benny Thompson's going to give me, what is the things he does with me? The blind rankings, the UNC test, the keep 5, cut 8.
Stump and UNC.
He's going to do all that type of stuff coming up as well. Steve Carroll, Ducks play-by-play voice. We'll check in around 5 o'clock. Here is our buddy Zachary Kubish with the sports update.
The Oilers have signed Thomas Zivolka to a 2-year, 2-way entry-level contract that kicks in for next season. The 21-year-old Czechian has spent the past 2 years in the top Czech league, recording 42 points in 90 games played. In 2 games on today's NHL schedule, Buffalo, Detroit, they play out east, while Chicago visits MSG to face the Rangers. Both games start at 5:30. At Rogers Place, 7 o'clock, the Oil Kings meet the Blaze for Game 1, Round 1 in the WHL playoffs. In other news, golf superstar Tiger Woods has been arrested and charged with driving under the influence this afternoon in a rollover crash. Golf.com reporting that there are no injuries in the crash. NBC News also reporting the incident. Sweet 16 wraps up March Madness. 4 games on tap. The top seed Blue Devils meet the 5 seed Red Storm just after 5. And also, at that same time, Jays opening day for them against the Athletics. Kevin Gausman to the mound. 7 other games in the majors right now. The Yankees, Giants, they're runless. Bottom 3rd inning. On the court, the Raptors and Pelicans duke it out. 6:30 tip-off with a total of 10 games in the association. Ben Thompson up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
Jack Roslovic would be worth a 4-year, $5 million contract. Hire or fire it.
Jack Roslovic is 29 years old. I like him as a player, man, but I don't know why I feel like if he signs a deal, he just shuts it right. I shouldn't feel this way. The only team that wanted him last year was the Edmonton Oilers.
Two Guys and a Goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit in the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our espresso martinis and our cracked pepper and sea salt dry ribs. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
All right, hope you're having a great Friday. We sure are here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne. Jay's off this week until 6 o'clock. 10 o'clock tomorrow, Hello Hockey. 12:30 tomorrow, Oil Stream GCL Diesel pregame show leading into the Oilers and Ducks, who play at 1:30. Have a limerick here from our buddy Tube Socks. Wonderful gentleman.
Wow.
Emailing Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com. There was once a host named Jay who's been missing the whole of the week, they say. With a coop full of hens and no time for his friends, he's been clucking his hours away. Pretty good. Tube Socks, a solid limerick writer. Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com. Remember, if you got us on YouTube this afternoon, click that thumbs up button. Let's get to 100 as quickly as possible. We are over halfway there. 27 minutes into the show. So if you haven't clicked, please click. Once you click, then you click the share button and send the show link off to somebody else in your life, or several people in your life, via email or text, or however you want to send it, and get them involved in our great community. We have a great time bringing you all our content. Do we know why Korea's down to 3 men, by the way, South Korea?
I'm still trying to look for
Men's World Curling. Nobody's texted in or posted, because we just turned the game on at the start of the show. The Dunstone rink representing Canada, of course, 2-2 with Korea in the 8th end. Canada does have the hammer, so we'll keep you updated on that one. We got the Blue Jays game to come a little bit later on. 4 more basketball games in the NCAA tournament, so a lot of cool stuff happening. I am in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Dive into the wing flavor of the month at the Canadian Brewhouse. Creamy white cheddar, rich, cheesy, and smooth like your favorite cheddar popcorn, but on a saucy wing.
What?
Try them before they're gone. Yes, it's on a chicken wing, Ben.
That's incredible.
That's all on a chicken wing.
Wow.
Specially raised chickens. Ben Thompson is joining me here in the studio. How are you doing, Ben?
I'm great, Reid. How are you?
It's nice to see you.
Yes, very nice to see you.
So, do you have or off-topic topic for William Huff? Do you have a spring break memory or story? What's the name of that community you grew up in?
Oh, St. Albert.
St. Albert. Now, St. Albert, I believe, is quite close to Edmonton.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
okay.
North of it.
Would it be called a suburb? A bedroom community?
I would say so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A cult, some would say.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where do you live? Are you on like Periwinkle Lane? Or Cinderella Lane?
Candy Cane Lane.
Golden Slipper Way? I think that's one of the streets in St. Albert.
I was telling my dad
Golden
about this the
Slipper
other day.
Way.
I'm like, Reid calls the streets in St. Albert like the most ridiculous names or whatever.
Fairy Dust Boulevard. That's what they're all called.
Oh, stop it.
Life is a fairy tale at St. Albert.
Stop it.
Buy your starter home for $750,000.
No, actually, no, those aren't the street names. My spring break memory, this goes back to junior high. My friends and I, it would usually start on spring break. We would go hang out by a river, the Sturgeon River that run through St. Albert.
Yeah.
And there was this drain there, and you could climb into the drain. It was called
This sounds like a terrible story.
It's awesome.
Is there a corpse involved in this story?
No. We looked, and I don't know. We're just junior high kids hanging out. We called it fake cheese because someone went into the drain and wrote
"Stand by me too," everybody.
Yeah, and and I never went in there. I was too scared to. But my friends would like make it a thing, or like how far could they climb to go down the drain?
So it was a storm drain?
A storm drain, yeah.
This is not safe.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were junior high kids. Like,
I did the same thing.
Yeah, like it was just a classic. There was like, I don't know, 20 of us, and we would all just hang out by fake cheese. We call it fake cheese, and go hang out
or whatever.
So wait a minute.
Yeah.
What is fake cheese?
We called it fake cheese because when you went into the drain, someone wrote on the side "fake cheese." And so we called it fake cheese. And so after spring break, I remember on the first spring break day, everyone would text the group chat, meet at fake cheese. And we'd all bike down and meet at fake cheese.
Now, how big was this drain
it was big.
port?
It was big.
Oh, so you couldn't have got stuck.
No, well, it depends on how far you went. Because eventually it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So it was always the big thing of like, how far could you go?
Okay. But did you know your father listens to this show? Is he going to be horrified that you were doing this?
I never told him that we were doing this.
Well, now he knows. Like that, I would still say that's not safe. Like, what if a bunch of water came rushing down?
I didn't care to go in.
Sturgeon River.
I didn't care to go in it.
Oh, you never went in yourself?
I never went in. I was like, why do I need to do this? I don't really care for this. But
you're just saying that because your dad's listening.
No, I swear. No, I swear. I didn't. I just sat there and watched. But my friends would go down there all the time, and it was fake cheese. It was the meetup spot. It was
Was it hard to get to? Like, did you have to crawl through?
You had to climb. You had to jump a fence.
Oh my goodness, bad boys.
I mean, like. We're junior high kids,
man. That's how a gang
Cops got called once, and they told us not to do it again. Did we listen?
Who
No.
called the cops?
I don't know. Someone walking by, probably. If you guys want to know where it is in St. Albert, it's by the Twin Willows Park. There's a flower garden right outside. There's a big path.
Right.
And we'd hop the fence and
the Seven Dwarfs Memorial Garden, I believe.
I knew you'd love this story. I was like, I texted my buddy. I was like, what do we call that? He's like, fake cheese. Like, oh my God, yes, that's what it was. Fake cheese. Yeah, it was the meetup spot, man.
That's you guys have just left me stunned today. This is amazing.
We're junior high kids, man. Like we just.
Well, when I was in junior high, I wasn't crawling into storm drains. I was like playing my Intellivision.
I did a bunch
playing
too.
Street hockey.
Well, yeah, we did that too. But like, I don't know. We had girls with us, so like I think some of them wanted to impress them and stuff. Like I don't know. Like I wasn't one of them. I just sat there and watched. But
Cade in the Nasty Chat says, if you see giant turtles in bandanas in the sewer, that's good. If you see giant clowns, that's bad.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time. It.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, good for you. Have you read the book?
No.
Okay.
No.
People are upset at the hat you're wearing.
I'm wearing an Oakland A's hat.
Oh, why would you wear that today?
Well, like,
who are they playing? I
have no clue.
The Blue Jays are playing the A's.
Are they actually?
Well, they're not the Oakland A's anymore.
Well, yes.
Now they're just the Athletics.
Guys, I'm reverse jinxing it. That's why.
Oh, there you go.
I'm reverse jinx.
4-2 Canada after 8 now playing South Korea at the Men's World Curling Championship in Ogden, Utah. All right, Oilers got the win last night. I would like to say something here.
Yes.
Now, Mark Stone, who I was kind of like, he's not the same. Good for him. I mean, he's still good, but he's not the same.
He impressed me last night. I thought he was a lot worse.
Yeah, you can still be good and on the downslide of your career.
Yes.
But he had a good game. Took advantage of a couple opportunities. I thought the Oilers played very well. I thought they controlled most of the game. I thought that Vegas, 2 of the 3 Vegas goals, they scored after Ingram made brilliant saves.
Yep.
And the Oilers couldn't get the puck out of there. And in most situations, he made 2 great stops. Ekholm clears it. I think it hit his own man.
Yeah. No.
So, look, the bounces count. That's hockey. But I think overall, I think Vegas was fortunate to get that game into overtime and get a point.
For sure. 100%. I thought that the Oilers deserved better than just an overtime win. I thought it should have been done in regulation. I came away from that game last night going like, that's the closest I have felt to watching a playoff game since the playoffs last year. That felt like a playoff game to me. One word, the Oilers dominated. I liked some of the feistiness within that game. You could tell that the two teams know that they're probably going to play each other in the first round.
Right.
And so I think they're trying to start the shenanigans early before the playoffs. And I mentioned last night, I think it benefits a lot of Oilers. I think Darnell Nurse plays better when he's mean. I just thought overall, man, it was a great game. Ingram played well. It seems like they're starting to have some momentum here, but once again, this team's wildly inconsistent, so they could completely have a dud on tomorrow against the Ducks. But
well, I gotta say this. I mean, I was saying yesterday how Szymanski, Jarvente, and even Max Jones are AHL players.
Yes,
but at least they're out there playing safe and playing hard.
Yep,
playing smart, maybe I should say, rather than playing safe. And we can't include Colton Dock yet because he hasn't played enough. But the other 2 new guys who came at the trade deadline, I think, have brought the Oilers exactly what they needed.
Yep.
Connor Murphy's a good defender. I think he's been a good compliment for Nurse, which is nice. Yep. I mean, you have to give Murphy, Nuge, and Nurse credit for the kill. I mean, Ingram made a couple of good stops, but they worked pretty hard.
Yep.
Killing off the 4-on-3 in overtime. They got stuck out there the whole full 2 minutes. I think they only cleared the puck once, plus it's the long change.
Yes.
And then, Murphy does Murphy already have 3 fights as an Oiler or 2? It's at least 2.
Definitely 2 off the top of my head.
He might have 3.
He might have 3. Yeah.
And then Dickinson, again, just sort of has the elements that the Oilers need. And so he gets blown up by a body check. What does he do? He goes and blows somebody up and sets off a scrum.
What's hilarious about that, I talked about in the postgame show. So kind of a chicken wing headshot on him, right? Lazon throws his elbow out. I don't think it'll be a suspension or anything or whatever, but it was not a great hit. Probably should have been a hit-to-head penalty in the game. That play happens. 10 seconds go by. Period ends. And Dickinson, I classified it as he has a little bit of FU to his game, and he's skating behind the net. Period's done, and he sees the guy that hit him, the one that hit him in the head, 15 seconds before. He sees him. And then sees his better D pair in Shea Theodore and makes a decision to go, you know what? Screw the guy that just hit me. I don't care about Jeremy Lazon. I'm going to go blow up Shea Theodore at the end of the period.
Right.
Like, that to me is like such a veteran savvy move where you could tell you just why would I want to go for the guy that just hit me who's not really that important of a player on the Vegas Golden Knights? I'm going to go take one of their best defensemen.
Right.
And give him a run. That to me is a veteran player that knows his way around the game, on top of his defensive abilities that he's been able to provide for the Oilers. I mean, man, it's been a couple good moves for Stan Bohm at the deadline, and we've been hard on him. And did he overpay? Probably, but they've come in and played very well. So, I mean, if they win a Stanley Cup this year, it'll all be forgotten.
I think there's still a long shot to do that.
For sure.
But I mean, the great thing was Dickinson, because I know from doing this job and doing the post game show. We'll do something about it. Well, start and you can't. I mean, there are fights, but you can't always start a fight. No. But what can you do? Hit the guy back. It's sometimes, yes, take a number and maybe do something in the next game or later on in that game. I mean, you can't always do it immediately. But Dickinson had a chance to do something immediately, and he did it.
Yep.
And you make a great point. He didn't hit the guy that hit him. He hit a more valuable player.
Yes. Yes.
So, I mean, you hear all these stories about guys who used to play in the NHL, and they would just tell the guy, like, hey, you can keep running me, but I'm going to break Joe Sakic's arm, or whatever team. So it's up to you. So that's what I like that Dickinson did that. So those guys have an element, like adding an element to the game, because we know the Oilers miss Perry. We know they miss Kane, even though, as I often say, they didn't really have him a lot last year, but peak Kane. They miss some guys with a bit of that attitude in their game. And Connor and Leon, I think, have that, but you don't want them being around, going around and do that. So I've liked those two guys. We'll see what they can do. Another tough test against Anaheim tomorrow. Bouch, I'm going to get into Bouch, some of his stats a little bit later on. But, I mean, an elite finish to win it in overtime.
And trust me, I was a big defender of Bouch, and then I watched his first 20 games of this season, and I was like, oh man, it's hard to defend him right now. That was a brutal stretch from him. I remember that New York Islanders game that the Oilers were on the road for, and there was just some, oh man, I was like, I can't believe they're paying this guy $10 million. But in saying that, he's completely flipped his game. To me, the people that don't like Bouchard see the egregious error that he has every once in a while, and that's what they pick at. And they go, that's why he can't be your best defenseman. That's why he's not a good defenseman. And I think they completely ignore the fantastic little small plays that maybe not everyone picks up on, but if you ISO cam him and you watch him, like, that's a great pass. That's like the Oilers, when they make a great first pass and they hit their forwards in transition, that's their biggest strength, in my opinion. If you can get the puck to Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl and Hyman and Nugent with speed, they're going to be so much more lethal. And with Evan Bouchard, he's the best first pass guy on the back end. Like he one of the best in the NHL, in my opinion. And I mean, again, last night you just see little plays where, like, okay, he's got a forecheck on him, but the patience on him to hit the centerman, not panic, right? You see it with guys like Wallman or Nurse, or sometimes they panic. They go, rim up the boards, and it's right to the Vegas's D-man, and they keep the puck possession alive, right? Bouchard's so good at that, and so I feel like some people just forget that and look at his egregious errors, which he has at times. But I mean, there's the highs and lows with him, but I think there's been a whole lot more highs with him, especially as of late. And probably should be pushing for a Norris Trophy. I'd imagine he's nominated, in my opinion, at least.
I think he'll be in the top three. I doubt he's going to win it. I'm going to look at some stats a little bit later on, because I'm trying to think what voters might look into. But I mean, you got a right shot power play quarterback who also gets quite a bit of points at even strength, which I'll tell you about as we move through the course of the show. All right, Ben and I will talk a little bit of baseball as well, and he's going to give me. I don't know what he's going to give me. It's going to be something fun for the afternoon debate, as always, presented by Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. Shake off the rust and get ready for the golf season at the Garrison. You can pay your membership in full or set up a payment plan before March 31st, which is Tuesday, right? Mm-hmm. And score an early bird gift. Choose 4 green fee passes for family or friends, 2 green fees plus range balls, or 20 large buckets on the range. Bring your crew, groove your swing, and start the season strong. Early bird gifts ends March 31st, only at the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. Visit egmgolf.com for more details. Here's the Coop.
The Oilers have made a signing, inking Thomas Zibolka to a 2-year, 2-way entry-level deal that kicks in for next season. The 21-year-old Czechian has spent the past 2 years in the top Czechia League, recording 42 points in 90 total games. In the NHL tonight, just 4 teams in action. Sabres, Red Wings playing Buffalo, while the Blackhawks are out in MSG to face the Rangers. Both games start at 5:30. 7 o'clock from Rogers Place, the Oil Kings play host to the Blades for Game 1, Round 1 of the WHL playoffs. Other headlines: Tiger Woods being arrested and charged with driving under the influence after being involved in a rollover crash in Jupiter, Florida earlier this morning. And Sweet 16 action wraps up March Madness. 4 games on tap, top seed. Blue Devils meet the 5 seed Red Storm just after 5. Later on, it's a 1 and 4 battle between the Wolverines and Crimson Tide. Opening day for the Blue Jays out in Toronto. The Athletics, their opponent. First pitch just after 5. Kevin Gausman starts for the Jays. 7 other games in the majors. Just 1 game live. Top of the 5th. Yankees, Giants still runless. And back in Toronto, the Raptors, Pelicans, they tip off 6:30 with a total of 10 games in the association. This sports update is brought to you by The Ranch. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. That's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranch.com today. More with Ben Thompson and Reid Wilkins following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Oil Stream.
I think the Kings would be a tougher test. I think Seattle would be a tougher test.
Just for the Oilers?
For anyone.
For anyone.
For anyone.
Okay.
Vegas does not look good.
Something's off. I love how you described that earlier in the show.
Again, can they be like the Oilers and just turn it on in the playoffs like we've seen?
I think they would hope so.
Yeah.
They have championship pedigree, having won it.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You know the saying, April showers bring May flowers, but really May brings you...
Mom, I'm home from university.
Need extra space? Sentinel Storage. Affordable, convenient, and Canadian storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free, plus students save 10% on continued rental. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit in the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new, tons of options, and the good stuff like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Hope you're having a great Friday afternoon. It's 3:49. Between 4 and 5, we're going to have Jay's Play of the Day. I've been putting that together this week because Mr. Milne is off. It will be related to the Blue Jays, so you'll want to make sure you get the lowdown on that and maybe sprinkle on it. We finally hit yesterday, Coop. Oilers to win, Ducks to win. So that was pretty good. We're going to have our Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week between 4 and 5 as well. We're going to dive a little deeper into Evan Bouchard's big season. At 5 o'clock today, Steve Carroll will join us, the Ducks play-by-play voice. And we'll have buying or selling for Damon Bunting, words of the day for Edmonton Public Library, and who knows where else we will meander to. I can also tell you that portions of this hour are presented by Little Buckaroo Design in New Sarepta. Since 2015, they've been saying, heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
We can do that. From heat press and embroidery to rhinestones, sublimation, DTF signs, and custom decals.
Decals?
Michelle and her team can make it happen. Stop by the showroom at 5063 Center Ave in New Sarepta or call 780-984-2872 or check out their website, lilbuckaroodesign.ca. Zachary Kubish is at the technical desk. Ben Thompson joining me here for another segment. So you didn't know that the Jays were playing the Athletics?
So I knew they were playing. I knew the Jays were playing today.
Yeah.
And I hadn't worn my Athletics hat in a while. I just didn't know who the Jays were playing tonight. I was like, oh, you know what? I haven't worn my A's hat in a while. I'll wear it today. And sure enough, I'll mask it as a reverse jinx because I'm pretty sure every time I wore my Jays hat in this office when they're in the playoffs last year, they lost.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
you're moving away from it.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. You can give us a thumbs up if you're taking us in on YouTube this afternoon. If you haven't subscribed to the Edmonton Sports Talk channel, please do so. If you haven't given this show a thumbs up, please do so. 2/3 of the way to 100. We're at 67.
How about that?
So let's see how quickly we can get there, and then we can get past 100 and soar into gravy territory.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Dum, dum, dum.
All right. So the afternoon debate for Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. Ben likes giving us old Unk's fun little list. So it's just me today because Jay's off. What are we doing today, my friend?
Okay, you're going to do another Keith 3 Cut 5.
Okay.
This time, though, you're going to be doing actors/actresses that you would want to play in your biography. They're a movie made for you.
It's a movie made about the life of Reid Wilkins.
The life of Reid Wilkins. Now, these actors, you got to place, whoever you keep, they fit a certain someone in your life.
Them.
Yes.
So they're not playing me. They could play me.
They could play you.
But I could
someone
say,
in your
this
life.
person would fit some. Okay. This is going to be fun.
Could a title for this be called Reid Into the Life of Wilkins?
That is an option.
That's not how your name is spelt.
No. Reid. Look at that.
Yeah. Reid
into the life of Wilkins.
Reid into Wilkins.
That's a good one. You ready?
What? Yeah.
I will lead you off with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I'm trying to think if there's anybody. I mean, maybe he could play an athlete that I interacted with on a regular basis. But I don't know. I mean, he's a little older now, right? So I don't know. I'm going to have to cut him. I mean, I don't think he could play me. I don't know if people would buy that. We got to be around the same age.
Yeah. Let me check. He is 53 years old.
So he's a little older than me. Yeah, I don't know if in his current condition I could cast him. Like I'm trying to think a coach or certainly broadcasters don't look like him.
No. Usually out in the field.
I mean, maybe I will say this. But so I'll cut him, but I'll say who I would cast him as if I was going to put him in the movie. Gene Principe.
Really? That'd be good.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is Gene Principe.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. So you're cutting him. Adam Sandler. Is there any Adam Sandlers in your life?
Yeah, I'm going to keep Adam Sandler because I think we could find a role for him. I think we could find, two of my best friends, I think he could, because they're funny guys. I think he could find a role there. Maybe he could even play Dustin Nielsen.
That's who I thought.
So I think there are a few options there. So I'm going to keep Adam Sandler to be in a movie about my life.
Similar wardrobe.
Yeah, I think maybe he'd play Dustin.
I think that's
maybe
right away.
Maybe he'd play Dustin. That's a good one too. But I thought of a couple buddies first that he could probably get into their characters. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So you're keeping Adam Sandler. How about George Clooney?
George Clooney. Huh.
Oh,
well,
you just had to get The Rock is boom boom.
The
John
Rock
Bell.
Oh yeah, maybe
That's pretty good.
That could work.
That's pretty good.
George Clooney. So he's early 60s, but now again, if it's my life, he could play somebody from younger in my life.
Yeah.
I don't know. Trying to think here. Clooney's a good actor. I mean, you could always say, well, he's playing this person or whoever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to cut that because nobody immediately jumps to mind. I think Clooney maybe would be more of a producer on the film.
Fair.
Yeah.
The more brains behind. Okay. So you're cutting George Clooney. Do you know any Anne Hathaways in your life?
Anne Hathaway, Well, I like Anne Hathaway.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's quite good looking and quite talented. I'm going to cast Anne Hathaway. I'm sure we could find a. I don't want to dive too deep into my personal life, but there's definitely a love interest or two from my life that I think she would be appropriate for.
I was wondering if you'd go that direction.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, so she wouldn't be playing anybody at EST. But I think she could play a strong female character in the movie about Reid Wilkins.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All righty, so you kept Anne Hathaway, kept Adam Sandler.
So I got 4 left, so I got one more keep.
You only got one more keep. Yeah, be careful here. All right. Will Arnett.
Now again, these are good.
Yeah.
These are good because I would think Will Arnett would be really good for one of my friends. You could probably find something for him. Man, that's a good one. I'm going to cut him though, just because I only have one keep spot left. Though I like Will Arnett. Though I think there would be possibilities for him. Yeah. I mean, he could play Lieutenant Eric even.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You could have him as Lieutenant Eric. I still think you got to have kind of around the right age. Mex says Will Arnett would be a good Rashog. Yeah, probably. But I'm going to cut Arnett because I only have one left, and I'm going to
be careful.
Think there's somebody that just speaks to me immediately.
Okay. What about Clint Eastwood?
Clint Eastwood, who I think is now in his 90s.
Yes.
So I don't really know. I mean, Clint Eastwood as Halsey, I don't know. Kind of not
95 years old.
Not totally doesn't match the style. I'm going to have to cut Eastwood. Maybe he could direct though. He's still directing films, I believe.
Yes. Still has. I mean, 95 years old, still kicking.
Yeah,
doing his thing.
Great career.
Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, I'm keeping him.
And who? And
he could probably play me, quite frankly.
And that's exactly
Leonardo DiCaprio as Reid Wilkins. Yeah,
that's exactly what I thought.
I think he'd have a blast playing me, quite frankly. I think we've seen some more, comedic turns for him. One battle after another is sort of that quirky movie.
Yep.
But if he didn't want to play me, I think he could. I think there are a lot of other options for him too. The Rock could have played Joaquin Gage.
Oh, him too.
Yeah, forgot about that.
Totally
forgot about that. But I think you could work in DiCaprio as a lot of other people, like Cam Moon, maybe. It's Cam Moon's birthday, by the way. Got to give Mooner a shout out. Yeah, I think DiCaprio. I mean, and if it was my life, we'd probably find somebody at some point, maybe a random Blockbuster manager. He could have a cameo. But I'm keeping DiCaprio for sure.
Okay, Leo's version of Chet.
But we'll say as me, Anne Hathaway as a love interest. I do have somebody in mind, but I won't get too far into it. Sandler probably as Dusty.
Okay.
But these are good. I mean, I think they all could have fit. Maybe not Eastwood so much.
Yeah.
Like Eastwood, even as my dad, nah, not really.
Not really the type of guy. Okay. You're the final actress you're cutting is Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston. All right. Who maybe could have played Jasmine.
That's kind of
thinking EST.
I thought maybe even Quinn.
Jennifer Aniston as Quinn Phillips maybe would have worked. I mean, I could think of a couple people I worked with at Ched that she probably could have slid into that role quite easily. She would be a good option for a lot of characters. But having said that, I'm pretty happy with my list.
Nailed it there. Yeah.
I mean, maybe like Clooney maybe could have played my dad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He's had a couple of roles that showcases a good dad role.
Yeah. So that would have been possible. So if the guys we cut, Dwayne The Rock Johnson probably could have played Gager.
Yep.
Clooney maybe as my father. Arnett as, I'm thinking of one of my buddies he could have played, or maybe Lieutenant Eric.
Yep.
Eastwood, again, great career, great actor. I'm not sure how he would fit into this film. And then Jennifer Aniston, like you said, maybe as Quinn Phillips.
To me, they kind of talk the same in a way. Or I picture voices and how they speak.
Yeah, trying to think who should like. Yeah. I've run across a lot of people in my career that you could work in.
Yeah,
if you wanted to. I guess we're thinking more current, but maybe not as strong for her either.
Big U kept The Rock as Sean Bell, DiCaprio as Tom Gazzola, and then Adam Sandler as himself.
Oh, right. Well, but Adam Sandler's not in my life. Yeah, I forgot who could play Tom. I mean, I guess DiCaprio could have played Tom as well. But DiCaprio and I are quite close in age as well.
Yeah.
Tom's barely 40. That was a really good list. But that'd be Sandler as Dusty.
Yeah.
So we could have, like, if we were to do the Sandler and Arnett as Dusty and Lieutenant Eric.
I think that'd be
hilarious
that'd be pretty good morning show. That'd be awesome. I think it highlights them both pretty well. Because like Will Arnett's a little quirky, and like, he's got his one-liners and stuff, and Sandler is the big personality. It's like loud and laughing, all that stuff. Yeah, it fits Dusty well. So that would be pretty good.
That'd be pretty good. Well, that was a good list, buddy.
Yeah, I didn't want to throw you any duds or anything. 'Cause I'm like, it just doesn't make sense.
Well, you didn't do anybody that could have played you or Coob or
who
what's that other kid?
me?
Trev.
Like I don't even know.
You think I don't know? Dylan Minnette.
Oh, I guess, eh?
Remember when we put up your lookalike, Dylan Minnette?
Yes, I guess. Yeah, sure.
He's a little older than you, but that's okay.
He is.
Tom Holland as Trev.
The recap. Yes, I remember when you guys brought him up. I'm like, I've seen him somewhere. I can't remember where I've seen him from. 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah, that's what he was in. Yeah, that's where I watched the first season of that.
Yes,
yeah.
I watched.
So Dylan Minnette as Ben Thompson, Tom Holland as YouTube Trev.
Yeah.
And who plays Coob? I don't know.
I'm not good with actors, so I don't even know.
Oof. I don't know. Somebody goofy, quirky, all over the place. I don't know.
Handsome, tall, just
thanks.
jacked.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
I was waiting for you
I was going to say Zach Galifianakis, but he is not any of those things.
Oh, that was good, Benny.
Yeah. Well, I thought I like that you had fun with it because it was fun making the list. I was curious where you'd go with it.
Now, did you fill out an NCAA bracket?
I didn't.
No, you don't do this?
No, I casually watch it.
It's so fun to watch it get pared down.
It's the hardest sports bracket to predict. So, I mean, my buddies we hooked up the TV out to the living room there. We're watching a little bit of it during the Oilers game last night. And,
good.
Yeah, it was. There's some cool moments that go down with it. So, I kind of wish I filled one out, but whatever.
Yeah, well, I'm just in my one buddy's pool. I think I'm doing okay. We'll see after the games today. So of the 4 teams that have advanced, I have 2 of the 4. I could get all 4 teams today. If Michigan, Iowa State, Duke, and Michigan State win, I'll have 6 of the 8 in the Elite 8. That's a lot of points. So I'd probably be doing pretty well in my buddy's pool.
How about that?
I was 4th out of 17 going into the weekend. 780-218-9999 is how you can text us. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Don't forget about the Tap 25 $21.99 prime rib special. Available 7 days a week, 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night. That's available for dine-in and takeout, just not available on show nights. Okay, what's coming up for you tomorrow?
Hello Hockey, 10 a.m. It's Sean Bell, Tom Gazzola, and I. We'll have some fun there like we usually do. David Pagnotta working on an NHL player to come on. We'll see.
Current?
Not current. Former.
Still, that's cool.
Yeah. And then 30 minutes after Hello Hockey's done at noon, 12:30 GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with the Hello Hockey crew. Sean Bell and Tom Gazzola will be doing the pre and post game show and see if the Oilers can take down the Ducks and make it their second 3-game win streak of the season.
All right. Great work, buddy. Have a great weekend. We'll be talking tomorrow because I got to come on after the game, right?
Yes.
Am I still doing that?
Yep. Reid's Reid.
It's still part of my job.
Ewell, your partner in power. Yeah, great tune.
There it is. Here's the 4 o'clock break.
The Lock Shop.
Marshall's like, Daddy, the bet's gonna cash. I said, well, no, we also need the Lakers minus 8.5. Lakers get the rebound, but then the Lakers throw the ball up the court. LeBron gets it to Laravia. Laravia dunks with 5 seconds left. They go up 10. And I'm like, let's go. The Pacers inbound the ball with 5 seconds left. A guy shoots a 3 just as the buzzer expires. Goes in. Lakers only win by 7.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Loves the thrill of competition, but prefer to keep it classy? Well, it's as classy as you can get when Dustin Nielsen is the host. Join us April 14th at Bell and Scona for Edmonton Sports Talk Bid for Kids, presented by GS Construction. A night filled with special guests, auctions, and a ton of prizes in support of kids sport. No whistles, no play clock, just a room full of generous hearts. EST's Bid for Kids. Get your tickets at kidsportbidsforkids.com. Use promo code ESTBIDS for 10% off.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Wholesat, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The Oilers have signed Tomas Sikuba to a 2-year, 2-way entry-level contract that kicks in for next season. The 21-year-old Czechian has spent the past 2 years in the top Czech league, recording 42 total points in 90 games played. 2 games go in the NHL tonight, 5 o'clock puck drop for both Red Wings at Sabres, with the Hawks and Rangers matchup from MSG. At 7 o'clock, the Oil Kings and Blades hit the ice at Rogers Place for Game 1 of their Round 1 WHL playoff series. Meanwhile, Tiger Woods has been arrested and charged with driving under the influence after striking another vehicle before rolling over in Jupiter, Florida this afternoon. Woods was not injured in the accident. And the Sweet 16 wraps up March Madness. 4 games on tap. Top seed Blue Devils meeting with the 5 seed Red Storm just after 5 o'clock. After that, it's a 1-4 battle between the Wolverines and Crimson Tide. Out in Toronto, opening day for the Blue Jays. They challenge the Athletics. First pitch just after 5. Kevin Gausman starts on the mound for Toronto. 7 other games in the major. 1 game live. Yankees with a 3-0 lead over the Giants. Top of the 6th inning. Back in Toronto, Raptors, Pelicans, they tip off 6:30 with a total of 10 games around the association. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Shaq, and you're listening to Edmonton Sports Talk.
All right, there's Shaq. The Oilers have won 2 in a row. Second place in the Pacific Division, chasing Anaheim. Anaheim, 5 up still? going to be tough for them to catch, but they do play them tomorrow. So Ben's sticking around because he brought one of the movie trivia cards to give me before he gets to go home for the day. All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Kathleen Turner is the voice of what character in Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Jessica Rabbit?
Correct. What Jean Le Carre adaptation sees Gary Oldman play George Smiley?
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy?
How do you know this?
I know stuff. I'm old.
Blue Hawaii features what Elvis Presley hit song?
Oh, do you have a song called Blue Hawaii? I don't know. I will say Love Me Tender.
Can't help falling in love.
Okay.
What is the virus called in 28 Days Later?
Oh, what is it called? I can't remember, Ben. It's like, is it mad something? Does it have mad?
Very close. Another word for mad.
Anger. I can't remember.
A little more fierce.
Attack.
Violent. Rage.
Rage
virus.
Rage virus. Okay.
The line "Ba rem iwi," to your breed, your fleece, your clan be true, is from what 90s film? No clue.
Say that again.
Ba rem iwi. Like,
I will say.
I
what was that? I don't know. Chicken Run.
Babe.
Oh, how did I miss that? That's a great movie.
What is the bride's code name in the Kill Bill movies?
Oh, geez. Hang on. It's a snake. Which one was she? Which one was she?
I can give you a hint, too.
She the Black Mamba?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
There you go. What film explores the 1973 tennis match between Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs?
Battle of the Sexes.
Correct. And final one, what does John Doe model his murderers after in Seven?
The 7 Deadly Sins.
Correct.
5 out of 8. Not
How about
great,
that?
but not bad.
Not bad.
All right. Hey, thanks, buddy. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Great work from Ben Thompson, doing some hockey talk, some baseball cap talk, keep 3, cut 5, some movie trivia. Hey, you're a great addition to the staff here, buddy. Take the rest of the day off.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Thank you.
If you're watching us on YouTube this afternoon, remember, hit that thumbs up button. We need 18 thumbs to get to 100 already, which would be absolutely incredible.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, which is presented by Play Alberta. It's time to turn up the fun with the Play Alberta app, your digital destination for casino, live dealers, lottery, instants, and of course, sports betting. And that's the focus for Jay's play of the day. So I've been doing it this week with Jay off. Got to go with the Blue Jays today. So here it is. And by the way, go to Play Alberta on the app or playalberta.ca. Go to sports, look for EST specials, a bunch of stuff there, an incredible variety of bets. We got the Lock Shop Parlay. That involves the Blue Jays and a couple other sports. Lock Shop specific to the Blue Jays, the EST afternoon, screw it, let's do it parlay. You guys got some Duck stuff for that tomorrow? And Oilers Ducks. St. John's basketball, Alejandro Kirk for the Blue Jays. So a lot of different ways you can get involved. So Jays play of the day, here's what I'm going with. The Blue Jays to win, straight up, to beat the Athletics today. Game starts in about an hour. Vladdy Guerrero, 2 or more total bases. Okay? So he hits a home run, you're good. Gets a walk and a single, you're good, right? And then the starting pitcher, Kevin Gausman, 4 or more strikeouts. Okay? That's all you need. Blue Jays to win, Vladdy, 2 or more total bases, and Kevin Gausman, 4 or more strikeouts. And you're laughing on mine. That one comes in at 3.2 to 1. So that would that be plus 220, Coop?
Let me confirm, because I have it all up here. You've been pretty good hitting it. Wow. Okay, Reid.
Well, I learned how they do it.
I'm sort of shocked in this sense. I almost don't believe that you didn't know this prior because it is plus 220.
Well, because you just take 100 down and move the decimal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's simple math, Reid.
Yeah. Well, it's just a formatting thing that I learned.
True.
Yeah. It's a little bit of book learning. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
All right. So that is Jay's play of the day, which I've been putting forward this week. We did hit yesterday with the Ducks and the Oilers to win.
I was riding.
It's Jay.
Good.
His play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
And that is presented by Play Alberta. Don't forget to use your game sense. All right. The Oilers will play tomorrow against the Anaheim Ducks. In the NHL tonight, what do we got? Nothing that's really going to affect Edmonton tonight, eh, Coop?
No, all Eastern
Red Wings,
matchup.
Sabres, so no impact there. Sabres, of course, red hot for coming up on 4 months now, or maybe a little over 4 months. Blackhawks playing the Rangers. Tomorrow, 15 games tomorrow. So Ducks and Oilers are at 1:30. The Sharks play the Blue Jackets. San Jose, are they still in it? Not really.
No, they've
Seattle,
lost
Buffalo,
so
are they still in it? Kind of. Ish. Seattle's 7 points back of Edmonton, 5 back of Vegas. They're not a super big threat, though, to the Oilers at this point.
Well, they have one game in hand against the Predators, who are currently in...
They have 2 games in hand. San Jose has 2 games in hand. Seattle has, 1 game.
Yeah.
So, Seattle's only 3 back in Nashville. So they're sort of still in the mix there. Who else is playing? Jets and Avalanche. So Jets trying to make a last gasp for it. I guess they're kind of in trouble now. The Mammoth play the Kings, and the Capitals will play the Golden Knights. So you got the Kings a point behind Nashville, and the Kings 3 points behind Vegas. So those are some of the more key games. I think we're talking about St. Louis, or pardon me, not St. Louis. I guess we're talking about San Jose not so much being in it. Seattle 3 out, but they need to get going. Winnipeg still 5 out. They need to get going. So it's starting to, the chances for non-playoff teams to get in are getting smaller and smaller here as we move along. So the Oilers with 81 points, Ducks with 86, Knights with 79. That is the top 3 in the Pacific Division. How about this? In the Pacific Division, the Oilers are the only team with a positive goal differential out of the 8 teams in the division. Now, that does include some, shootout stuff, but still, I think it's pretty telling.
For sure. Like even, I don't know, you compare it a bit east to west, just divisional standpoint. Like the Atlantic, they only have 3 teams that have a negative goal differential. You go to the Metropolitan, also only 3 teams. And then you go out west and the entire Pacific just rolling under or minus.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Oilers +5. But I don't know, -1, like some right on the brink, but there's some numbers there. Anytime goal differential is red, it's not a good sight. Yeah.
All right. More on the Oilers and the Oil Understood coming up. And we're also going to talk to our athlete of the week when we get back. Here's the Coop.
The Oilers have signed Thomas Zivolka to a 2-year, 2-way entry-level contract. That kicks in for the start of next season. The 21-year-old Czechian has spent the past 2 seasons overseas in the top Czech league, recording 42 points in 90 total games. And 2 games in the NHL all out east tonight at 5 o'clock. Red Wings at Sabres, while the Hawks and Rangers match up at MSG at that same time. From Rogers Place, the Oil Kings challenge the Blades. Game 1, Round 1 WHL playoffs. Puck drop at 7 o'clock. Meanwhile, Tiger Woods has been arrested and charged with driving under the influence after striking another vehicle before he rolled over in Jupiter, Florida this afternoon. Woods was not injured in the accident. Sweet 16 wraps up March Madness. 4 games on tap. 1-4 battle between the Wolverines and Crimson Tide. The night starts when the top seed Blue Devils, meet the 5 seed Red Storm just after 5 o'clock. Opening day for the Blue Jays out in the 6. The TO Kevin Gosman on the mound for them. First pitch at 5:07 against the Athletics. Total of 7 games around the majors. Top of the 7th, Yankees with a 3-0 lead against the Giants. And on the court, the Raptors, they're at home to the Pelicans. Tip off at 6:30. 10 total games in the association. Our athlete of the week for Pasta Pantry next on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Bruce Bouchard. Trying to think of an analogy here, but it's like walking along with your wife and really talking to somebody and say, "Wow, that other wife is so beautiful," and your wife is sitting there going, "What about me? What about me?" It was like a real shot against his own coach, and I was sad to see that because Draisaitl basically said it a couple weeks ago, and I'm going, "What are we doing here? That's supposed to be in-house stuff."
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for...
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery. All in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
All right, appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. We're going to have the oil understood for GCL Diesel in a few minutes. We're going to dive into Evan Bouchard's season. I got a bit of a naughty limerick from VR Montenegro that we'll read as well. I'll have to edit it on the fly because I think he put in some saucy language he had to warn me about. Right now, it's our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week. Pasta Pantry, for over 30 years in Sherwood Park, serving hot, delicious comfort food made right in their kitchen. They do it fast so you can slow down. We're a family at Pasta Pantry, and when you go to Pasta Pantry, you're one of us. Check them out in Sherwood Park, your home of the pregame meal. I am pleased to welcome to the Reid Wilkins Show from the U of A Pandas volleyball team, Abby Guzin checking in. Abby, it's Reid. How are you? Abby, you might be muted. I cannot hear you. Let's try again, Abby. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, we got you now. Perfect. Thanks for doing this. I know you have a team event coming up tonight. Let's dive right in. Tell us how the Pandas season ended.
The Pandas season ended with 2 gold medals, and we couldn't ask for it to end any better way.
Okay, what about winning nationals? Tell us about the tournament and how it went for you personally.
Yeah, the tournament was amazing. We've been looking forward to this tournament all year. I mean, everything we've done has built to the tournament, and we showed up and showed out, and it was a great tournament for the team.
Now, you went in as the number 1 seed and then cleaned house?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and what about just getting out of or winning Canada West? Because it's my belief, maybe I'm biased, that Canada West is also the hardest conference to win.
Yeah, that's my belief too, and I'd stand by that. I think a lot of teams in Can West would agree. That was a really good tournament too. We got a host with our home crowd, and that was an electric feeling in the city of Edmonton.
Okay, and then I know you're being modest here. You were the MVP of the Nationals, were you not?
I was.
How did that feel?
I think it was pretty special. This is my last year at the U of A, so it was a good way to go out, winning the tournament with my team and then having the personal accolade.
Okay, awesome stuff. So how many years did you play on the Pandas?
I played here for 3 years.
And how did you win Nationals how many times?
This was our first time winning Nationals, the program's first time in, I think, 19 years.
What's that been that long? I didn't think it'd been that long.
2007.
Okay, awesome stuff. So it's cool you got to be a part of that. So I want to get to know you a little bit, and I think our listeners love everybody's story as well. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Sherwood Park, Alberta.
And how did you get into volleyball?
One day, one of my friends in junior high said, "Hey, you should come to the tryout." And I just showed up to the tryout in ordinary runners, didn't really know what I was doing. My parents had played a bit, so it was a common sport in the family, but I didn't really know I wanted to play until my friend told me to come.
But what grade were you in? Do you remember?
Grade 7.
Okay, so junior high, so you start playing volleyball. What schools did you represent in Sherwood Park?
I played for Sherwood Heights and then Salisbury Composite High School.
Okay, so and then post-secondary volleyball, what was your journey there?
My journey to post-secondary, I was a middle actually for most of my career in junior high and high school. So then when I transitioned to an outside hitter, I wasn't like a huge prospect, but our coach at U of A at the time was Lori Eisler, and she saw something in me, and yeah, she recruited me, and it was, I think, the best decision I ever made to come to U of A.
Okay, and what have you been studying at the U of A?
I've been in kinesiology.
Okay, so you said your Pandas career is done now, but your volleyball career is not. I mean, you have a great opportunity here. Tell us about all the national team program things you've been doing.
Yeah, so I'll be joining the national team again this summer. I've played with the senior national team last summer and went to VNL with them in World Championships. So this summer I'm hoping to get to go to VNL again with them, and I'll just do whatever it takes in training to get there.
Okay, so how many women are on the Canadian national volleyball team? How many roster spots?
There's like usually about 18 people.
Okay, so right now I am speaking to, and our audience is hearing, like one of the 18 best volleyball players in the country from little old Sherwood Park. That's what you're telling us.
I guess you could say that.
Okay, that's really cool. And so then, if you're going to do stuff with the Canadian team over the summer, then what happens in the fall? Are there other tournaments, or will you play professional? Like, what else can happen here?
Yeah, so in the fall I'll be playing professionally in Italy. That was a decision my U of A coach helped me make in August this year. So I signed for a team in Italy, and I'll be heading overseas.
Have you ever been to Italy before?
I've not.
Okay, so this is going to be an incredible experience. So you're heading over to play professional volleyball in Italy. You got a great opportunity with the Canadian national team. Now, we just had a Winter Olympics, which means in 2 years there's going to be a Summer Olympics. So would your goal be to be on that Canadian team for the Summer Olympics in a couple of years?
Absolutely, that's my goal.
Okay. Well, this is awesome. You're a great story, great local success story, helping the Pandas win nationals, being the MVP, playing for the Canadian team, with many more great things to come. And you're from Sherwood Park. And I told this story on air about our phone call yesterday. What was more exciting to you, winning nationals or finding out you're getting a gift card to Pasta Pantry?
I don't know. It's a tough one. I love Pasta Pantry, and a lot of girls on my team have heard about it. it's a big talk of the team is how much Past the Pantry is a great restaurant.
Well, that's all. Well, you were very familiar with Past the Pantry when I said you were the Past the Pantry athlete of the week. So when you next time you go to Past the Pantry, just ask for the boss or who's ever running the show that night. Tell them you're the athlete of the week from the Reid Wilkins show. You'll be getting a GC. I think they got some hat or some sort of apparel for you. So that's pretty cool. And is tonight the big season wrap up for the Pandas team?
Tonight's actually just a senior dinner. So
okay.
Our first seniors get to have a dinner with the coach and have just like a nice whatever end of career talk with her.
Okay, well that sounds awesome. Abby, thank you so much for coming on the show. Have a great evening. Hopefully we can talk again. I think there's many more great things ahead, but congratulations on everything you accomplished this year and in your Pandas career. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Right on. That's Abby Guzin checking in, our Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week. That's why we do that segment, to get great stories like that. So remember that name. Her last name is spelled Guezen, because that's somebody you might be reading about making the national team, playing in the Olympics, and from Sherwood Park. Coob, that's why we do those stories. That is an incredible story.
100%. And very humble, very modest. I mean, that's one thing to juggle, either getting a Past the Pantry gift card.
She probably was more excited about nationals, but it was funny yesterday because I was like, hey, so can you come on my show? And she's like, yeah. And I said, and you get a gift card to Past the Pantry. She's like, what? Really? I go there all the time. So that's pretty cool when you have a moment like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's amazing. That's some of my favorite segments, and just to put spotlight on local athletes who are doing incredible things as she is.
All right. 780-218-9999 is how you can text us, and you can nominate a Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week. By the way, the text inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their mobile app, free to download. Get exclusive offers and promotions. Get show tickets. Make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants. Safe, secure, and easy to use. So, yeah, you want to nominate a Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week. Text us. Email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, j@edmontonsportstalk.com. Or you can go to our website, edmontonsportstalk.com, and scroll down, and there's a submission form there. The large majority of our athletes of the week have been listener submissions. I mean, sometimes we might have somebody or a connection or know somebody like that, but a lot of times it's you, the audience, sending them in. So that's really cool. We love doing that segment. Would you like to hear a limerick, Coob? I'm going to have to edit it on the fly.
I'm curious now. Okay, let's
it's from VR Montenegro, who in this email calls himself Vagabond Relocating Montenegro. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you this right away, Coop. Okay, and I don't want you to be alarmed. Okay? I don't want you to be offended or titillated or anything.
Okay.
I need you to just roll with the punches and stay where you are.
I'm going with the flow.
The last word in the limerick starts with the letter F. I know, your jaw is dry. I'm sorry. But so I'm going to have to, I don't even know how I'm going to do it yet. I can't say that word. So I maybe just will deliver the limerick normally and then just stop before that last word, and everybody will hear the word in their head. Because remember, it rhymes with the first two lines, right? The rhyming scheme is AABBA. So it's going to rhyme with the end of the first two lines.
Is it like fire truck, the first letter of fire truck, then the last three letters of fire truck?
No, not exactly.
Okay.
You'll get it. Here, I'll just read it.
Okay.
But maybe I'm putting my career on the line here. If you choose a chicken, then you're a sucker. Turkey is tastier than any clucker. A much better carva, quote Officer Farva, license and registration chicken. Rhymes with sucker and clucker.
Plucker.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, there it is.
Yeah,
yes,
it's plucker.
I should have just said plucker instead. VR Montenegro. My goodness.
Nasty
you
man.
naughty boy. Hey, the limericks ain't done, baby.
Oh! Okay.
This is from Les. To you guys. Or hilarious. Let's take some time to lament farmyard fowl, not to be confused with the superb owl. Turkey, quail, goose, duck, birds which don't cluck, hunt for cheap eggs like a sly fox on the prowl. And he has an alternate last line. Peahawks and peahens are the male-female peafowl. Both very good. Oh, my goodness. You never know what we're gonna get from our nasty Stewie. It's pretty incredible.
They always surprise us.
They really
every
do.
day.
Coop and I are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Make your afternoons better at the Canadian Brewhouse. Happy hour runs Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. with deals starting at $3.99. We'll see you at the Canadian Brewhouse. All right, big win for the Oilers last night on the overtime goal from Evan Bouchard, and we are going to bring you the Oil Understood. That is presented by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood. All right. You want to talk about Bouch? Who doesn't like talking about Bouch?
I like talking about Bouch. I think everybody does.
Does everybody like talking about Bouch?
Well,
look.
Yeah.
Bouch is good.
You can talk about him in various ways.
Bouch is good. I think if anybody is still clinging to the idea that Evan Bouchard is not a good hockey player, I'm sorry, I can't deal with you anymore. Go believe it. The earth is flat. Bouchard sucks. Great. You go do you. You know, it's almost like a little bit of this.
If you say so.
If you say so.
So I was looking at some Evan Bouchard stuff because he's being talked about more and more often as a candidate for the Norris Trophy, okay? Awarded to the NHL's top defenseman. Now, I want to remind everybody, this award often goes to a defenseman who gets a lot of points, okay? Because there's a lot of defensemen who can play defense and defend. There aren't a lot of defense with elite offensive skills, okay? Now, what's the drawback been on Bouchard? It makes mistakes, whatever. But let's look at some of the numbers that I think are relevant, okay? Let's start with one of the good old offensive numbers. I have to sneeze again, Coop.
Well, lots of sneezing. Maybe chickens are flying around in here. They got their feathers everywhere. Oh, baby.
I shouldn't have sprayed all that perfume in my face before the show.
Is that why it smells like that in here?
Yeah, I'm just putting on a little bit of perfume.
Smelling good.
Joe in the nasty chat. This is a nice comment. If the Oilers don't have Bouchard, would have been swept in round 1 last year. Quite possibly.
Yeah, he scored that. What was it? The tying goal?
He got the winning goal in game 3.
Right.
And the tying goal in game 4?
He had a monumental performance in that round 1 series. That's a very good point.
Let's look at this. Points by defenseman. Bouchard is first with a pretty healthy lead over Zach Werenski, 84 points to 77. Pretty good. Being the scoring leader as a defenseman is good, I think. Even strength points, because what's the one thing? Oh, wow, he's just on the power play.
Yeah, he's just
can't play 5-on-5. Can't score even strength. Even strength points amongst defensemen. Evan Bouchard, where do you think he ranks? Because you didn't know I was going to do this.
An even strength.
Where do you think he ranks?
Points.
Yeah.
Out of NHL defensemen.
Yeah.
I'm going to say third.
He's second.
Okay.
He has 52 even strength points. Werenski has 56. I mean, Werenski's having a great season.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, okay, ice time. How often is the coach using him? How trusted is he in a bunch of different situations? He plays a lot. He plays 24-42. That's 10th amongst defensemen. Quinn Hughes plays the most, 27-44.
He plays the entire game.
Yeah, he plays a lot.
Well, half of it.
And Bouchard still plays a lot. Maybe not as much as some of the other high-end guys. Now I'm just trying to think what are these stats that voters might look at and how will they react to them? Okay? I don't know for sure, but we can speculate because why not? We're having fun. It's a talk show. It's Friday afternoon. Power play points. He's second. He has 30. Quinn Hughes has 32. So he's second even strength points. He's second power play points. He's first overall points. Pretty good. 10th in ice time. All right. The dreaded plus minus.
Yeah.
The dreaded plus minus. Where do you think he is amongst defensemen?
Sixth.
He's lower than that. He's 17th.
Okay.
So I bet you some voters might look at that, and that might hurt him. He's 17th in plus minus. He's plus 21. I hadn't looked at this stat for a while. I was shocked at the plus minus leader amongst defensemen. Take a guess, Coob. Take a guess.
I'm cheating a little bit. I'm going to close my computer because I checked it out as well.
Okay.
And I had to refresh the page to make sure I clicked the right column.
Right.
I wouldn't have guessed this name in my entire life.
It's J.J. Moser.
Of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Who threw that long pass ahead to Kucherov on Saturday, right?
Yes, that's true.
J.J. Moser's plus 44. Incredible. Okay?
That's really good.
So then I looked at one of the advanced stats. A simple one. Good old-fashioned Corsi. Okay? Corsi measures shot attempts, and then they convert that to a percentage, basically saying of all the shots at the net that are taken while player X is on the ice, what percentage go towards the other team's net? So above 50 is good. Way above 50 is really good. And then if you go below 50, it means you're on the ice for more shots against. And again, this includes shots on goal, blocked shots, and shots that go wide. Just all shot attempts.
In both the defensive and offensive?
Yes. Well, that's how they get the percentage.
Block shots,
right.
Yeah.
So if I'm on the ice, when I'm on the ice for a game, and there are 6 shots taken at the other team's net and 4 at my net, my Corsi for that game is 60%.
Okay.
6 out of 10. Okay. So amongst defensemen, Bouchard's good old-fashioned Corsi is 55%. Pretty good. So 11 out of every 20 shots that are taken when Bouchard is on the ice are going at the other team's net, which is, and the way this is used, as people know, generally is a sign of puck possession and in maybe an indicator of zone time and scoring chances and all that kind of stuff. That's 15th in the NHL. He's second on the Oilers to Matthias Ekholm, who's 12th in the NHL. Some of the other Norris candidates, Makar 17th, Werenski 19th, Quinn Hughes 30th. Now you might say, well, Quinn Hughes played on a bad Vancouver team. It's not all his fault. For sure. I'm just giving some stats that might be looked at. All right? Now, here's one that if people are going to look for a reason not to vote for Evan Bouchard, I probably have your reason right here. Giveaways per 60 minutes played. Okay? Bouch is at 3.69.
Yeah.
Quinn Hughes is at 3.29. Makar is only at 2.63. Okay? So, that might work against him. But he's having a hell of a year. And I think I'm at the point where I recognize he makes mistakes. Okay? His first 15 to 20 games were not good. I mean, and he started seasons poorly in other years. But if you look at how many times he just goes back and gets the puck or gets it going up the ice, he's pretty darn good. Or makes a pass that other defensemen can't make. It's pretty impressive.
He does that on a nightly basis as well. It's not like he misses a step in a game. Sure, you alluded to those first 15 to 20 games where he may have been poor all round, but he does it each and every night. When he gets the puck in his hand, he can dish it and distribute it with ease.
And he
makes it look easy.
As we saw last night.
Oh, for sure. 20 goals. Come on.
So, look, like somebody put in the nasty chat, they need to add a second defensive trophy for the most prolific contributor to scoring. Of course. Like, do we need a Bobby Orr trophy for the best offensive defenseman?
I would agree with that.
I don't know. But, let's not shy away from the importance of offense in hockey. I mean, a lot of times offensive players are told, remember, there are 2 nets and they're both equally as important. Reminding you have to check. But yeah, if you're for defensemen, we're checking forwards. Well, there's an offensive net that's pretty important to winning the game as well. You can't win the game 0-0. I guess in a shootout you could. In the playoffs you can't. So he's having a pretty incredible season. And yes, he makes mistakes. Yes, he's on the ice for goals against. You know what? Everybody is. And there's a lot of stats. I saw somebody else tweeting about a turnover ratio, and he was right on par with everybody else. Like, he's not doing it any worse than anybody else. You know, the goal last night, the puck goes between his legs. He kind of fell. That's not his fault, though. Like, he's not the reason there was a 2-on-1 to begin with. Yes, other times he has been. I didn't feel he was on that goal. And I just feel there's still maybe a portion of the fan base that they want to watch the Oilers games just to find Bouchard making a mistake. Okay, if you want to watch hockey that way, that's fine, but watch the Avalanche that way. What did I say when the Oilers beat the Avalanche that one game? Cale Makar chased the puck in the corner and left Ryan Nugent-Hopkins alone in front of the net. And the puck got passed to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and he scored. Makar screwed up. Like, let's say it, everybody. Cale Makar screws up. Does he screw up as much as Bouchard? Maybe not, big picture. But you can be damn sure he screws up.
And everybody, especially for offensively gifted defensemen, even the best defensive defensemen, they're going to be caught like that.
And the more you play, the more likely you're going to be on for some goals against. So I'm just saying, like, I'm doing a little bit of Bouchard appreciation here. I don't think he's perfect. I think I've criticized him. There are frustrating things about him for me. But he helps the Oilers way more than he hurts them. Way more than he hurts them. Just saying. And those are some pretty interesting stats when you look at it that way.
Well, I'm one of 4 Oilers defensemen in franchise history to have a 20-goal season.
Yeah, hard to do.
Great.
Hard to do. We're seeing the Tiger Woods news, everybody. So he's been arrested for suspicion of DUI, I think it's being called. Just see a story here on ESPN. He's been arrested on suspicion of DUI. He was involved in a car crash not far from his home on Jupiter Island in Florida. This is according to the Martin County Sheriff. I'm reading from an article on ESPN. The sheriff said Woods was driving a Land Rover northbound at a high speed when he attempted to pass a truck, which had slowed down to turn into a driveway. Woods' SUV swerved but clipped the back of the trailer, flipped on its side, and slid down the road. Woods climbed out of the passenger window to get out. Woods and the other driver not injured. Woods arrested on suspicion of misdemeanor DUI with property damage and refusal to submit to a lawful test. So that's the latest that we have there on Tiger Woods. All right, if you got us on YouTube this afternoon, please click the thumbs up button. Maybe you can be thumb number 100 because we're at 98 right now. So let's push over 100 by the time we get back.
The Oilers having Thomas Zbulka, to a 2-year, 2-way entry-level contract. That kicks in for next season. The 21-year-old Czechian has spent the past 2 years in the top Czech league, recording 42 points in 90 games played. 2 games to go in the NHL. 5 o'clock puck drop for both Red Wings and Sabres meet in Buffalo, while in the Big Apple, it's the Rangers playing host to the Hawks. 7 o'clock puck drop. Rogers Place Oil Kings Blades, game 1 of their round 1 series in the WHL playoffs. Meanwhile, Tiger Woods has been arrested and charged for driving under the influence after clipping a pickup truck in Jupiter, Florida this afternoon. The collision caused Woods' vehicle to roll on its side. No injuries in the accident. Sweet 16 action wraps up March Madness. 4 games on tap. The top seed Blue Devils meet the 5 seed Red Storm just after 5 o'clock in opening day for the Blue Jays at home to the Athletics. First pitch just after 5. Kevin Gausman starts for Toronto. 7 other games in the majors. Just 1 game live. Top of the 8th. Yankees up 3-0 on the Giants. NBA action. Raptors Pelicans duke it out 6:30 10 games on tap around the association. This sports update is brought to you by Sather Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at satherreidsportmed.ca to book an appointment. Today, we get fired up when we come back here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
The way you can get that whistle is very impressive.
You know, well, it was always like growing up, like I don't know if you guys hear, but when I talk, like my S's are like sometimes they're just sharp.
Yeah.
I've always had that. So then once I hit puberty, I was just, and then I was like, hey, Chris.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Spring. Ready to start your spring organizing? Create space in your garage, closets, and basement with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Oilers and Ducks tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So coming up in about 10 minutes, we will have Steve Carroll on the show, longtime play-by-play voice for the Anaheim Ducks. Pretty incredible season for them. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. You can skip the flight to Vegas because jackpots are just a tap away. Experience all the thrills of the casino right from your phone with Play Alberta. Download the app. Don't forget to use your game sense. You can probably still sneak in on Jay's Play of the Day. Blue Jays to win. Gosman 4 or more strikeouts. Vladdy 2 or more bases. We got the game on Sportsnet West. Well, the pregame coop. So we'll be able to watch some of it. You and I watching baseball together on a Friday afternoon. Did you ever think life would get this good? I didn't.
I didn't either. I didn't. Now, when I think back, like when I was in high school, I honestly had no clue what I'd be doing. And the fact that I'm sitting here with you today, Reid Wilkins.
It's special.
It is special.
It's special. Is it enough, Coop, to have you fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years, the authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces? Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street.
Oh, man. So not only are there various sports going on today, of course, opening day for the Blue Jays, NHL, everyone's marching toward playoff action, trying to get a spot guaranteed. The Oilers in action tomorrow against the Ducks at home. March Madness.
Yeah.
Sweet 16 today. Elite 8, F1, UFC, and staying in the world of MMA here in our very own city, Edmonton, Alberta. Unified MMA 68 is going down
we had a live
tonight.
read for that. You're going.
I'm going. I'm going with a couple of buddies, and I'm absolutely stoked for this. The second they announced it, the second I heard it on our reads here on this show,
yeah,
I knew I was going to go. I bought a ticket very early, and I'm excited to get going down to the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Are you going straight from work here?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a speedy one today. Usually I get things wrapped up. I'm gonna do my work properly.
Yeah, don't drive too fast.
I'm not gonna drive too fast. I'm gonna make sure though that I can leave almost as soon as the show is done. Because sometimes I hang around, you know.
No, we don't have to today.
Prelims start
Neither
at 6,
one of us.
And I've been giddy and looking forward to this. I've had it circled on my calendar for the past month or so.
So what kind of combatants are we going to have tonight?
Well, the top highlighted bout tonight is going to be Jake Craig from Edmonton.
Oh, nice.
4-0 in his professional MMA career. He's going to be taking on Mirza, the Bosnian Bomber is his nickname.
Okay, who do you expect to win?
3-0. I mean, you got to root for the Canadian. Right. Albertan, of course. This is the biggest mixed martial arts promotion in Canada, and they do travel. They have been here years previous, but this is the first time I'm going to be able to see it firsthand. Some local guys up and down the lineup tonight. I'm going to go, you got to go with Jake Craig. You got to go with the Edmonton boy. Complete bias. Not that I've done too much research into all of their past bouts, but you got to root for the Edmontonian. And it's just nice to see two undefeated guys, combined record of 7-0 in their professional career, going head-to-head as well. An 11-6 fighter by the name of Nick Harabeck, also from Edmonton, will be taking on an American, James Neko Nakashima from Austin, Texas. He's 14-4 in his professional. That's for the Unified Lightweight Championship.
So
one.
Is this a Canadian circuit, or is this, I don't know much about it.
Now, it is a promotion based in Canada.
Okay.
I'm sure they do travel in and around the States as well to hold various fights and have fight nights there. But mainly it's situated in Canada. Like if you compare it directly to the UFC, I mean, they travel worldwide. They're an international thing, but I mean, they are American based as well. So same sort of idea, but a Canadian one here. Tony Rojas, from Edmonton is also fighting 5-1 against from Santiago, Chile, Enrique La Pasadilla, Pacquiao Pereira.
Well, you're going to have a great time.
That.
I'm glad you're fired up for it.
I know.
So
I mean,
you're booting to the River Cree right after work.
Oh, I'm jetting there. Yeah, like the Jetsons. Well, I don't have a flying vehicle to go over there.
Well, not yet.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get you one. All right. Goob, have fun doing that. We still got an hour to go here. Steve Carroll, who calls games for the Anaheim Ducks, is going to join us. We got words of the day. More on the Oilers tomorrow. Oil Kings play tonight. Playoff game at 7 against the Saskatoon Blades. Don't forget about that one. Here's the 5 o'clock break.
Two guys and a goalie.
Jack Roslovic would be worth a 4-year, $5 million contract. Hire or fire it.
Jack Roslovic is 29 years old. I like him as a player, man, but I don't know why I feel like if he signs a deal, he just shuts it right. I shouldn't feel this way. The only team that wanted him last year was the Edmonton Oilers.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our espresso martinis and our cracked pepper and sea salt dry ribs. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit and the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Spring. Ready to start your spring organizing? Create space in your garage, closets, and basement with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
The Oilers have inked Thomas Zibulkov to a 2-year, 2-way entry-level deal. That kicks in for next season, the 21-year-old Czech-in. Spending the past 2 years overseas in the top Czech league, recording 42 points in 90 games. And 2 games in the NHL get going momentarily. Red Wings at Sabres with a Hawks and Rangers matchup out east. 7 o'clock puck drop. It's Oil Kings, Blades, Game 1, Round 1 of the WHL playoffs at Rogers Place. Meanwhile, Tiger Woods has been arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence after clipping a pickup truck in Jupiter, Florida this afternoon. The collision caused Woods' vehicle to roll on its side. Nobody was injured in the accident. Sweet 16 wraps up March Madness. 4 games on tap. The top seed Blue Devils meet the 5 seed Red Storm just after 5 o'clock, and opening day for the Blue Jays momentarily taking on the Athletics at home. First pitch with Kevin Gausman on the mound for Toronto. 7 other games in the majors. Top of the 9th, the Yankees up 3-0 on the Giants. Warm-up for the Rockies and Marlins as well. Royals and Braves about to lock horns too. The Raptors and Pelicans, they duke it out 6:30 tip-off for that one. 10 games around the association with the Clippers and Pacers on the court in just a moment. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, thanks for joining us this afternoon. Blue Jays starting soon here against the Athletics. We'll keep you updated on that one. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. PlayAlberta.ca, the Play Alberta app, and don't forget to use your game sense. Oil Kings tonight, 7 o'clock game against the Saskatoon Blades. Game 1 of that best-of-7 series. Oilers tomorrow at 1:30, kind of an unusual start time, 1:30 game. So tomorrow on EST, here's what's going on. Tom Gazzola, Sean Bell, 10 a.m. until noon with Hello Hockey, and then 12:30 to 1:30, the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, and then right after the game, on again for the postgame show. I'll be joining that one for Reid's Read to break it down between the Oilers and the Ducks, who go into this one as the top 2 teams in the Pacific Division. And we're going to go to the Oil Country Towing Hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Always a pleasure to talk with this gentleman, play-by-play voice for the Anaheim Ducks. It is Steve Carroll checking in. Steve, it's Reid. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, but hey, I got a favor to ask you. Don't make me turn this thing around for the Anaheim Ducks. We're on a roll right now, and if I talk too many positives, there's a lot of pressure on me here. So,
well, they've survived a lot of positive talk to this point in the season, so I think they're doing okay. And I think to dive in there, Steve. I mean, one of the reasons they're leading the division, it's their ability to win close games, right? 1-goal games, overtime, shootout. They've been incredible in those.
Oh, they've been winning games in every imaginable way. It's pretty amazing if the game goes into overtime, if it's a shootout. And it's pretty impressive to watch. And you've got so much talent and skill on this hockey team. And some of the players that we acquired from other teams during the offseason, and a lot of the young kids that we're developing now, everybody's contributing. And you know what? You have a confident feeling when you go into a visiting rink, too, that, you know what? You might not win every game, but you're going to be competitive, make it a close game. And those other teams are going to have to play extremely well to beat this hockey club right now. I've been here with this team for 27 years, and you know what? It's fun to go to the arena knowing that you have a really good chance to win, not only at home but on the road. So, still ways to go, and then you got playoffs coming up. But, boy, has it been fun to watch up to this point.
Well, I mean, I got their scoring leaders up here. Gauthier, 21, Carlson, 20, Seneca, 19, Troy Terry, 27, and Lacombe, 24. Those are their top 5 leadings. Like, I never thought I'd be talking about Troy Terry as the oldest guy in a group. Yeah. Like, what's allowed those young guys? Because like you and I have both seen it. Like, unless you're maybe a McDavid or somebody, it might take you a while to find some traction. But what's allowed 3 guys 21 and under to be the top guns on the team this year?
Well, I think we've got some great veteran players, for one. Number 2, I think we have a great coaching staff here. I'll talk to Joe Quenneville here in just a bit, what he's meant to this organization, too. But I think they've drafted well over the recent years. And I think we're playing so well now that when 1 or 2 guys maybe have somewhat of an off night, there's 4 or 5 guys playing extremely well right now. They might be playing on their same line, or they're playing maybe in special teams, killing off a penalty that makes a big play. And everybody on this hockey club is contributing to the success. It's not just one guy. It's not just the one goaltender. And it's the young kids, too, which is really exciting when you're a Ducks fan, because it's been a struggle over the last few years just trying to make a playoff spot. And these kids are, 20, 21. We've got some veteran players, but it's a good mix. And there's good camaraderie on this hockey club. And you can see it not only on the ice, off the ice. And for me, I've been doing this for, 54 years, covering sports teams. If you got guys that get along, they're successful, they like each other, they start winning games, all of a sudden that confidence starts brewing. And we're seeing some really exciting hockey here. And it's funny. You go into a game as a fan, and you're thinking, I wonder if we can win this game. You know what I do? I go there, and I wonder what we're going to win by today. I don't say that on the air, but that's how it's gone. And you know what? Things can change in a jiffy. You get a key guy out and things like that. But we've got such a good mix. And I know you're going to ask me about Joe Quenneville, which I'm really happy to talk about. But when you have a coaching staff like we have here, and what I've seen in the development of these players, not only on the ice but off the ice as young players, you got a winning combination.
Well, and I do want to ask you about Quenneville, because I think he's a great story. He's probably going to get votes for Coach of the Year, though the more Buffalo keeps winning, Lindy Ruff might be the favorite now. But sometimes with established coaches, or maybe coaches in general, you know what it's like, Steve. They don't want to play the young guys too much. Well, you can't. I don't like guys who make mistakes. But I'm kind of making a lot of this about the youth on the team. But clearly, Joel isn't trying to shelter these guys, or isn't afraid of them making a mistake or two along the way.
There's a picture going around on the Ducks website. We're close to it. We're still on the air after games, but this team's been winning a lot of games this year, and you notice when they come off the ice and the coaching staff's happy, he'll stand in line waiting for the players to come off the ice, head to the dressing room, give him a little shove in the midsection, like, good job, guys. You got a big smile on his face. And here's the word that comes to my mind, and I've been around a lot of different coaches, good, bad, indifferent, whatever they are, but the relationship this coaching staff has with our players, respect. And I'll tell you, you can just sense it in the way they're playing right now. Because if you like your coach, you like the strategy, they're going to spend time with you to make you a better hockey player. And that's what I've been saying over the last year. You know what? They're going to go out and give you 100%. And when you start winning like that, all of a sudden, that confidence, that word, confidence, like, hey, you know what? We're pretty good. We had another player here, and we'll talk about John in just a little bit, but it's you can just feel it, not only during games, but like over at the practice rink. They're laughing, they're enjoying themselves, they're having a great time, and they think they can win every game. And you know what? I wouldn't put it past them sometimes, because I've seen them come from behind. Yeah, you're going to have bad games once in a while, but I think it starts up there with the coaching staff. Pat Verbeek has also done some great work obtaining people that fit in with this young group of players. So it's been exciting to watch, and I'll tell you, the atmosphere in our building this year, and I've been this team for a long time, it's just second to none. And it's fun to be around, and if this team stays away from injury, plays well, I'm not going to say they'll win the Stanley Cup, but I'm going to tell you something. They're going to be competitive, and they're going to give a lot of team a lot of problems come playoff time.
Steve Carroll, Anaheim Ducks play-by-play voice, joining us on the Reid Wilkins Show. He's on the Oil Country Towing Hotline. So you referenced John Carlson. They went out and got him. Now he's the other end of the age scale, right? At 35 years of age. What I know it's a limited sample size so far, but what's he brought here?
Well, the one thing that sticks out to me, and I'm not a hockey coach, but he's a guy that will slow down the game from the position that he plays when everybody else might speed it up. Does that make any sense?
Yeah,
to you?
I got you. Yeah.
He's a veteran guy. I'll be honest with you, I don't see him make too many mistakes. And then when he's playing with some of these young guys, you can just see the confidence that they're playing with. And you got a young man like a Zellweger and Minchikoff, and I know he was shaken up by a puck the other day, and I haven't heard anything on his availability for the game against you guys tomorrow. But you know what? He brings experience. Such a key word when you have such a young team as we do. And for me, I've been out of the broadcast booth now for about 3 or 4 weeks. So I haven't had a chance to really meet the guy. But from what I hear and just the way he handles himself, being a veteran player, that also has an effect. And guess what? If I'm a young player, I'm going to go to this guy. He's had a lot of success. Hey, what do? I'm going to listen to him when he might give me a bit of advice. And that's the sense that you get from him when he comes here. And I think it was a much needed acquisition, especially when depth becomes an important thing come this time of the year with injuries and just the wear and tear. But and I'm sure he's what you would call, quote, a teacher to some of these young guys when they ask him a question. But he's very well liked. I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised we were able to get a guy like that here, because I think it was much needed, a veteran guy there with all the success he's had. And I know one thing, he loves it here. And I've been here a long time, and I love it here too. So he agrees with all of us, and I think that was a nice pickup by Pat, and hopefully he stays healthy, and these young kids can learn from him down the line.
Okay, and before I let you go, I mean, you mentioned health, staying healthy. Leon Draisaitl's out for Edmonton. Is Gudas out for sure? 'Cause I think he left the game last night against the Flames.
Yeah, you know what? I was watching it, but I haven't seen anything because, like I said, I'm here in SoCal, and I've been looking on our updated information. So as of now, I don't know what the status is. We're all aware that, he was suspended there for a while, didn't play, but I hope he's okay too, because when he plays, he's a leader back there on the blue line. The players respect him, and it's a good fit. You got a guy like Carlson, Gudas, guys that have been here a while, then all these young kids, and this Jackson Lacombe kid, I'll just throw that in real quick. What a young defenseman he has and a bright future. And so we've got 4 or 5 kids in the farm system right now that might be longtime NHLers back at that position, which is so important.
Yeah. Well, and I talk about Gudas a lot because you love to have him on your team. You hate him I mean, he was great in the Olympics. Like, I don't know if you watched that quarterfinal they had against Canada. Like, he was leading the charge. I think they just ran out of gas in that game, but he's something on the back end. So,
and you know what? Real quick, I just tell you, and you know what? I didn't know much about him. I know his background and everything, but when you first meet him, you're like, well, this guy looks kind of mean. He's got that look. That was me. I was like, should I go up and ask him? And, I'm like 60. So, you know what I'm saying is, like, you don't know. And then he turns out to be one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet. And I'm glad he's on our team and not on the other team.
Well, Steve, maybe we'll be talking again in the postseason. It's been 9 years since they played in 2017, and who knows, a possible, most likely second round matchup now. But the standings still could change a little bit. It's going to be a fun game tomorrow. You've always been awesome to talk to. Thanks for making time for my show today, Steve. We'll see you down the road, my friend.
And by the way, hope Draisaitl gets healthy too, because he's a great player, and I enjoy watching him play.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Steve.
Okay. Thank you.
Steve Carroll checking in on the Oil Country Towing video hotline, a longtime play-by-play voice for the Anaheim Ducks. Really good perspective on that team. We've talked about the Ducks before. We've talked to a couple other people who've covered the Ducks, and they've all sort of commented on just this positive energy that's around the team, this belief that they have, and you see it, in how they play and how they're able to win close games. They pull out that power play goal with 1 second left in overtime last night against Calgary. They've been great in overtime. They've been great in the shootout. They've been great in 1-goal games. So all pretty interesting, and a big opponent for the Oilers tomorrow afternoon at Rogers Place. Okay, it is 5:15. You can text us using the afternoon inbox, 780-218-9999. Tap 25 happy hour. Don't forget about that. $5.25 drinks. They got all beers, including bottle and draft, import and domestic, select premium well highballs, and select premium wine served at Tap 25, Center Bar, Onyx, and on the casino floor. That's available Sunday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So 780-218-9999 is how you can text us. We're still going to do our words of the day. Do you have an animal ready, Coop? We can do an animal.
Yeah, I got an animal ready.
We can do a name the animal. We're going to do buying or selling for Damon Bunting. We want to wish Damon Bunting a happy birthday today as well, which is pretty cool. I'd love to get another limerick or two emailed to reid@edmontonsportstalk.com. Still a lot of fun to be had. Here's some of the sports update.
Earlier, the Oilers inked Thomas Zibulka to a 2-year, 2A entry-level contract. That kicks in for the start of next season. The 21-year-old check-in spent the past 2 seasons in the Top Track League, recording 42 points in 90 games played. 2 games live on a 2-game NHL slate, both about 5-6 minutes into the first period. Red Wings up 1-0 against the Sabres. Alex DeBrincat on the power play, his 36th goal of the season. It's notched at zeros between the Rangers and Blackhawks out in New York. 7 o'clock puck drop. Rogers Place. Oil Kings Blades have game 1 of their series in the WHL playoffs. And it's Jay's opening day. Warming up currently against the Athletics, Kevin Gausman expected as a starter on the mound for Toronto. Only 1 game live. Rockies, Marlins, runless, bottom first, and just wrapping up, it was the Giants losing to the Yankees 3-0. Meanwhile, Tiger Woods has been arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence after clipping a pickup truck in Jupiter, Florida this afternoon. The collision caused Woods' vehicle to roll on its side. Nobody is injured in the accident. Sweet 16 action, March Madness live right now. Number 5, St. John's against the top seed Duke. Duke leading 11-7, about 5 minutes into play. Alabama and Michigan also go at it. That's a 4-1 matchup. To the Association, Raptors, Pelicans, they tip off 6:30, 10 games around the Association. Clippers trailing the Pacers by 5 with about 7:30 left to go. in the opening frame. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Their in-house team handles everything from selections to completions, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit their showroom open 7 days a week or find them at ParamountFlooring.ca. More on the Reid Wilkins Show following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The Oil Stream.
I think the Kings would be a tougher test. I think Seattle would be a tougher test.
Just for the Oilers?
For anyone.
For anyone.
For anyone.
Okay.
Vegas does not look good.
Something's off. I love how you described that earlier in the show.
Again, can they be like the Oilers and just turn it on in the playoffs like we've seen in the past?
I think they would hope so.
Yeah.
They have championship pedigree, having won it.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You know the saying, April showers bring May flowers, but really May brings you...
Mom, I'm home from university.
Need extra space? Sentinel Storage. Affordable, convenient, and Canadian storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free, plus students save 10% on continued rental. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Goodwill is
One shopper. Finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket. A deal. One donor. Letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
Learning.
Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase. One donation.
One job. One choice.
Goodwill is
The power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Loves the thrill of competition, but prefer to keep it classy? Well, it's as classy as you can get when Dustin Nielsen is the host. Join us April 14th at Bell and Scona for Edmonton Sports Talk Bid for Kids, presented by GS Construction. A night filled with special guests, auctions, and a ton of prizes in support of kids sport. No whistles, no play clock, just a room full of generous hearts. EST's Bid for Kids. Get your tickets at kidsportbidsforkids.com. Use promo code ESTBIDS for 10% off.
Must you click? Click.
What is happening?
Must you click? Dun, 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 click, click.
Sorry. There it is, the Thumb Click remix put together by Zach Kubish, reminding you that if you are watching us on YouTube this afternoon, or if you have time to jump into the YouTube stream, give us a thumbs up. I can tell you this. We are over 100 thumbs, so we did it all 5. Without Jay, we still did it, which is pretty good. Because let's face it, when people give the thumbs up, they're really giving it for Jay, not for me.
He's going to be really proud of us.
I'm a bit of a little squid-like freak.
Well, I wouldn't go that. I wouldn't go that far, Reid. I wouldn't even go anywhere near that. People love you.
I'm not. I don't know. I think we both know that that's not true. Well, but it's kind of you to say that.
Well, usually the glue guy gives us.
He's the glue guy.
Very good reasons to hit the thumbs up.
But so we are over 100 thumbs. Oilers game tomorrow, which will be Well, it should be a good one against the Anaheim Ducks. I don't know if the Oilers can get first. They're 5 back. They only have 18 points remaining.
Yeah, 4-game win streak there for the Ducks as well.
So the Oilers' maximum point total is, 99? So if they'd won every game, they'd get to 99 points. Anaheim would only need 13 points to get to 99 out of the 20 they have remaining. So it's going to be tough for the Oilers to get first. I think second is very much in play. Buying or selling, Coop? Let's do it right now. Buying or selling? Presented by Damon Bunting. Happy birthday to Damon. A consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com. Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. Buying or selling? The Vegas Golden Knights would scare you in a first-round matchup.
Where they are right now in their timeline as a franchise, a part of me wants to believe that they're on the downturn. They've traded so many picks away. Some of their players, even though their lineup looks good, they're just not performing overall as a team. They have so many loser points this season, Reid, that it's almost unbelievable. 15 times they've lost in overtime. They're 1 for 6 in the shootout, of course, losing yesterday in overtime as well. And when it comes to overtime games, once you hit the postseason, there's no loser points, of course. So
no.
For that sole reason alone.
So I want you to rank these teams.
Okay.
Oilers' possible first-round opponents. Well, I guess Well, law would have to happen. I'll do these 3.
Okay.
The next 3 teams closest to Edmonton in the Pacific Division. Vegas, LA Kings, Seattle Kraken. Go from most worrisome to least worrisome.
Oh, wow. Lack of goaltending for the Golden Knights. Can't score. Ken Bulky when he was on EST Afternoons yesterday. He's just like, nothing's going right for this team.
Right.
And watching them, there was a couple instances, like seeing them throughout the season, man. They just don't have it this year. They're not as you coined them, the miserable bastards as they've been in years past. I'm gonna have to put them second for the Golden Knights. No, I'm just looking at and listening in that way for the sole reason that the Oilers have met up with the Kings the past 4 seasons now.
Yeah,
and they've been victorious.
The
every
law
time.
of averages.
Yes.
So you'd be most worried about the Kings.
No. So
sorry.
I would actually be least worried about the Kings.
Least worried about
just
the Kings.
because of history. I don't think they're due. I'm not using Hernan's method. The Oilers have found the formula and way to beat them, even though it was close, very close last year. I'm going to say I'm least worried about the Kings. Honestly, Knights would have to go second. And
you're most worried about the Seattle Kraken
because they're
really.
Now, they haven't had great postseason success in their young franchise history, but they are a wild card where the Oilers haven't met up with them in a best of 7. So they already have history with these other 2 clubs.
So there's a lot of lamentation about the Oilers not being very good. Mex Mazzoso in the Nasty Chat, he says, I would be more worried about Panarin and Kempe and the Kings than Vegas. That's a good argument. So this is what's interesting to me. The Edmonton Oilers, despite all their shortcomings this season and all the discussions we've had about them not being, that good anymore, because of the division they play in, is it fair to say that the Oilers will be favorites in their first round series, perhaps by a wide margin?
Against any opponent,
I'm piling on with the wide margin comment.
I would say they'd be a favorite in almost any possible matchup.
Certainly if it's the 3 teams I listed.
From those 3 teams, they are going to be favorites.
Right.
On Play Alberta. They would have...
No, we don't know if Leon's back.
Yeah.
I'd probably be... I think the Oilers would beat Los Angeles. I'd probably be most worried about them just because they still have a lot of high-end players. Though I don't think they're clearly not as good as past years either. It's changed with Vegas. Like they're very, very good. They have very, very good players, but you don't always notice them. Like how Marner, okay, maybe later in the game I noticed him a bit. Stone had a good game, to be fair. I feel like their defense should be better than it is. You know, there's been a lot of talk about how Anderson has gone there and isn't the same. Aiden Hill flat out isn't a good goaltender. I don't think. I don't think he's a starting goaltender anymore. The Oilers already beat them in 5 last year. Like I mean, look, you never know. We get into a playoff series, it all resets. Who knows what can happen? But I don't see the Vegas Golden Knights as being this really tough out. And they are not the same, right? Like yes, I used to call them the miserable bastards. They still can be that. They don't play that way as consistently as they used to. I felt 3-4 years ago watching a Vegas game, even if Vegas was down, 2-1, 3-1 halfway through the second period, I'd be watching the game thinking like, careful. Like they're still coming, or you can't put them away. I think you can kind of box Vegas out of the game now. And I feel like, again, they're kind of less than the sum of their parts. Like Barbashev is good. Dorofeev is good. They made some plays last night, but I also feel a couple plays they made were kind of unusual. Now, you still have to take advantage of it. Ingram, quite frankly, it's too bad he wound up allowing 3 goals because he made remarkable saves. And because the Oilers didn't clear the puck for him, like the first one, it's like, oh, you got good save, Connor. Hey, good one. Hey, try another one. Oh, they scored.
Yeah. It's hard to blame that on it.
Bounces count. You got to earn the bounces. But I thought, Vegas got a couple goals that over the course of a 7-game series, they wouldn't get those opportunities very much. And then how much do they actually create for themselves? Like, compare their forecheck to, Florida's not going to be anywhere near the playoffs. Compare Vegas's forecheck to Florida or Tampa Bay or maybe even what the energetic Ducks are going to bring tomorrow. I don't think they're in that league anymore.
Yeah, they'd be in a different tier for sure. They don't have as much bite as they have, and they're missing some key. Of course, Pietrangelo being out for the entire season.
He may never play again. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to lose somebody of that caliber because, you brought him up in that one series where Vegas got the better of Edmonton. It was at Slash.
Yes.
Toward the end of that series. I don't see that coming from Vegas, and even with the skirmishes yesterday, the clothesline against Szymanski and all that. Over 7 games.
And now the Oilers are right in there with that, and that's how I think Murphy and Dickinson can help because they have the mentality, okay, we're not going to back down. And maybe you bring, if I don't know if Jones is still going to be in the lineup in the playoffs or whatever. But are the Oilers as gritty as the last couple of years? Maybe not. But I still think they have some players who will engage and who will say like, hey, this isn't cool. We're not going to let you do that.
Well, and they're starting to build their game in a way where they're already playing playoff hockey. Most teams are at this point because
we've seen a shift
they're so
here.
Close. Yeah,
we've seen a shift over the last couple of weeks.
I would say a pretty major shift, though, overall. Not just in the way that they approach the game offensively, but in the fact that they're starting to identify, saying, "Look, okay, once."
Well, I think we're seeing it around the league.
Yeah,
but it's specifically with the Oilers, where it's like, okay, we can't screw around now.
No more games.
It still wasn't good enough against Florida and Tampa Bay, and that's concerning to me. Pacific Division teams, I don't know. Now, I said going into this week, especially the Utah game, I said I want to go get more information because I've spoken pretty highly of Utah, and I still think they're a dangerous team. But the Oilers outplayed them. They beat Vegas, as they should have. I think deserved to win in regulation time. Now we get a little bit more information about Anaheim because what happened last time? The Oilers couldn't hang on to the lead. Anaheim won 6-5 right at the end of the game? Didn't they get 4 goals in the third period? So now we get a little bit more information about the Oilers Ducks matchup tomorrow. If the Ducks come out and score a bunch of goals again and the Oilers just can't keep up with them, that's concerning. That's concerning. Now Dickinson and Murphy weren't there, right? Because that was right after the Olympics.
Yes. Yeah, that was right at the end of.
No, the Oilers aren't going to have Draisaitl, but we'll get a little bit more information tomorrow on how these teams might match up in the playoffs. But yeah, of those 3 teams, I don't know. LA might worry me the most.
Yeah, I guess you got to.
Then maybe Vegas, and then maybe Seattle. I might have the reverse list to what you have.
No, okay, putting Seattle first just because the unknown of what has happened in years past, though I understand that it could be a bit of a head scratcher saying, okay, there's these game breakers on the Kings and Golden Knights who can show up and shift a game. Even Mark Stone showing it, just glimpses of it yesterday.
Right.
So it's tough because I feel like now at this point, any of those Pacific Division opponents for the Oilers, I feel like they could get through them. Any of those three teams you listed in the Golden Knights, Kings, and Kraken.
We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. Prices starting at $3.99. Come early, stay longer, save more. The Canadian Brewhouse, our house, is your house. All right. Should we do it, Coop? It's Friday. All right. No, we have the Blue Jays game on here, and the feed keeps freezing. So for all we know, the game might already started because then it doesn't jump ahead; it just picks up from where it was frozen.
Oh man,
it hasn't started already, has it?
No, they still are listed in warm up. Two games
says,
live.
On my app, it says delayed. It's probably not that far there, but it just Springer. Is it Springer and Vladdy are addressing the crowd?
Yeah. Did you see that?
Either they can stand really still, or our feed has frozen. Now they're moving again.
Yeah,
Sorry,
maybe
Coop.
they're just doing the mannequin challenge from a few years back. Though, now that comes to mind seeing Vladdy on the screen. Did you see, was it Ernie Clement and Springer at the Toronto Maple Leafs game?
I did, yeah. Weren't they in the wrong seats?
They went to the wrong seats and then got the tap on the shoulder and had to move up.
I didn't Cuthbert. Did Cuthbert and Simpson talk to them? I didn't see that, but I've seen the image of them being in the wrong seats. Yeah.
But that's pretty funny. Superstars in the city getting in the wrong seats and having to be kicked out because they went to go sit down and you could see immediately there was a little girl, I believe it was, and then her father, I assume, and they got pretty excited to see a couple Blue Jays players come sit right beside them watching a Toronto Maple Leafs.
This is very frustrating. It's freezing more often than it's moving.
Should I try and kick it? I think that works.
We might have to.
That's a very nice TV.
Kick it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to kick the studio TV. I don't want to have a...
No, we won't do that.
No.
All right, let's do at least one. We'll see how long it takes. Let's do Name the Animal. So, okay, I got to explain Name the Animal.
Yes.
Because we love explaining it.
Dog.
By the way, if you haven't given us the thumbs up on YouTube, please do so. We're at 107. Let's see if we can get to 120 by the end of the show. So, again, if you've already given the thumbs up, don't click it again because it'll cancel it. So if you've already given the thumbs up, click the share button and send the show link off to somebody else. But if you haven't given the thumbs up as the Blue Jays unveil their 2025 banners, if you haven't given us a thumbs up, please do so. Let's see if we can get to 120. That's not a bad total Friday afternoon, going into spring break, as they call it. So name the animal. The Coob will play the sound of an animal. I will have to guess what it is. I can ask Coob yes, no questions along the way. The quicker I figure it out, the better. It's not really scored or timed. We just see how quickly I can get it. You are welcome to play along at home, at work, in your car, wherever you are. You can post in the Nasty Chat. You can text 780-218-9999, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. So we don't have prizes for this. It's for educational and entertainment purposes only. But if you want to guess along, you can see how fast you can get it, or if you got it quicker than other people, or certainly quicker than me. Right? And again, please, for the love of God, no wagering. All right.
No wagering. Okay, here's your animal.
Well, it sounds insectoid to me. Now, I'm not asking you anything official yet. I'm just thinking out loud.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds insect-like. Though, as we know, we don't know our animals very well. It could be anything. But it sounds like a smaller animal, maybe an insect. I'm going to say that is a dragonfly. I'm just going to jump in and guess dragonfly.
That is wrong.
We got, what was that? Like one little bass note?
Yeah, it's a little boom. That's the best I could find, Reid,
All right,
okay?
that's the failure sound. All right, so I'll ask questions then. Is it an insect?
It is an insect.
It is an insect. All right, so I'm sniffing around there. So for some reason, I might as well have taken a guess. Can we play it again, please?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting noise. Is it a grasshopper?
It is not a grasshopper.
All right. Is it larger than a housefly?
They are pretty large. I'm going to say yes, yeah.
Okay, but it's not as big as that weird beetle you had a couple weeks ago.
No, that was massive, yeah.
Are these found in Alberta?
They are not native to Alberta.
Okay. So a cricket?
Not a cricket.
Not a cricket.
They are actually, they do live in Alberta.
Have you seen one?
Not one that's stood out to me.
Okay.
I haven't seen one and been like, that's one of those.
Are these dangerous insects? Could they bite you and hurt you?
Ooh. Can they bite? I've never heard anyone say that they've been bitten by one of these, but they rarely bite humans.
They rarely bite humans. So it's an insect. Does it fly?
It does have wings. Yes, it flies.
Is it a type of ant?
It is not a ant.
Okay. Is it a type of beetle? Another beetle that you gave us.
No.
It's not an ant. Is it a termite?
It is not a termite. What would you call?
Is it a
It's
cockroach?
not a
Is it a cockroach?
It is not a. It is not a cockroach.
So it does fly. Is it? I said dragonfly.
Yeah.
And you said what did you say? Is it bigger than a housefly?
Yeah, it's 2 to 5 centimeters.
So
and lifespan is 2 to 17 years in the wild. It says.
Oh my goodness!
On Google.
Is it a ladybug?
It is not a ladybug, but that would be.
Okay, let's play the noise again.
Sure.
Okay, so are those its wings making that noise?
Yeah, it's a vibration on its body that makes it sound like it's a constant humming. And they do that to attract mates. They use that noise to attract mates. They also they live in trees, forests, grassy areas worldwide.
Okay.
So they're found in Alberta,
everywhere.
but other places too.
I'm probably missing something obvious here. Do you think I've heard of this insect? I guess
you have definitely heard of this insect. They have quite the interesting name.
They have an interesting name. That's quite. Is it naughty?
It isn't naughty.
But I bet you I could make it naughty.
It's a fun word to say, in my opinion.
Is it a titmouse?
No, nothing like that.
Is it a cicada or whatever?
Cicada?
Yeah.
Is that a cicada?
How do you say it?
I don't even know how to say it.
How
But
do you spell it?
that's the one.
That's the one. You're right. There we go.
Cicadas. Cicada, I think is how you say it.
All right.
Yes. I've never seen one of those in, I don't think, my life. Maybe I've seen one.
St. Nolan from Fan Albert got it. He was here earlier picking up a prize.
Oh, cool.
He said, I think it's
too.
cicadas.
Cicada.
I think so. Somebody guessed praying mantis. Oh, Zulu guessed cicada. Put it in the pronunciation. I think it is cicada. The Big U guessed a pine beetle. Rams guy Rob guessed the tar sand beetle. Somebody guessed, Charlie guessed a locust. That was a good guess as well. So a couple people at least got it before me. Big U got it a while ago too. All right, so people got it. So what do they look like?
I'll pull up an image here. They look like, I don't know, bugs are creepy.
Well, don't put it on TV.
You don't. Okay, it's not that creepy, but
they're
break. They got some interesting colors. Some of them they have different.
Yeah, it's cicada. Cicada. Thank you, St. Nolan.
These are all close-up images I'm seeing, but they're pretty colorful. They got, see-through
For some
wings.
reason, I associate them with California, but I don't know if that's true or not. I guess they're everywhere.
Are they in California?
That was a good one, Coop. That was one of the more interesting ones. Play the noise one more time.
Yeah, a little buzz. Let's get it.
There it is. Cicada.
Cicada,
and then Nolan from St. Albert must have experience with them. He's confirming that they're gross, Cicada season is a nightmare. There are millions of them, so they must swarm in.
They must be pests. Yeah, they must. I don't know. They're located like Midwestern United States as well. So I mean,
that's a good one, Coop.
Yeah. Saying California is probably not too far off.
Very good. The Blue Jays game we don't think has started. Our feed keeps freezing. Oh no, I think it's started now, Coop.
It is top of the first.
We still
right
have
now,
we still have the player introductions on the TV because it keeps freezing.
Oh
and
man!
Then it doesn't jump to the live position. It just picks up where it froze. So anyway,
it's Kurtz at bat there for the Athletics. Gosman, the right-handed pitcher, starting for Toronto.
All right, here we go. Final segment of the week. We're gonna do words of the day. Here's the Coop.
It's a season opener here for the Blue Jays. Underway against the Athletics. Top of the first. Runless. Kevin Gosman on the mound. Athletics at bat. 0 outs so far in that one. Top of the third. Marlins up 2-0 against the Rockies. Well, top of the second, the Royals trail the Braves 1-0. And back in Eatsound, we'll see the Oil Kings play Game 1 against the Blades. Round 1 action in the WHL playoffs. 7 o'clock puck drop for that. In the NHL, the big leagues. 3 spot put up by the Red Wings. They lead the Sabres 3-0. Sabres on the power play, about 30 seconds left in the man advantage for them. Marco Kasper on the board most recently there for Detroit. And moments ago, Connor Sheary tying the game up at 1 between the Rangers, Blackhawks, both games in the final minute of the first period. NBA action, Raptors, Pelicans, 6:30 tip-off for that. 3 games live right now. Pacers up 45-27 on the Clippers. 8 minutes to go there in the second. In March Madness, number 5, St. John's against number 1, Duke. Duke leading by 4 points. 5 minutes left in the first half of that one. And in about 4 minutes, the Crimson Tide Wolverines clash in a 4-1 battle. Sweet 16 action wrapping up tonight. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since 93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Take the show to its finish line after the break with words of the day. Next, I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Jays, Yankees 1-2 in the AL East this year?
Jays 4, Yankees 1.
You're saying the Jays will finish 4? Yes. Wow.
Hey,
Do you really think the Blue Jays fall to 4?
Here's what I'll say about the Toronto Blue Jays as a Yankee fan. So the Yankees are always the Yankees. The Yankees are always in the playoffs. Toronto Blue Jays, there's many times where they have a great season and then they fall the next year.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit and the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching the button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Yeah. It's the glue guy, holding it down. You know the vibe. Friday night lights to early morning strides. Used to lace up the cleats, crowd screaming my name. Now I'm lacing up Nikes, but the hustle's the same. Studio lights, hot takes. I'm
All right, that is the glue guy grind. Jason Milne will be back on Monday after a much-deserved week off. So we were about half an hour behind on the TV. Now we went live and it's still freezing. The top of the first, no score Athletics in Toronto. This is weird. That has not happened before. I wonder if it's unique to Sportsnet. Because I know when sometimes when my parents watch hockey, it'll freeze up for them on Sportsnet West.
Do they use the application or on a?
No, on TV through cable. So I don't know. Yeah, we're using an app here.
Yeah, there's sort of those digital disconnection. I also have that though with Rogers at home. Sometimes the feed
sad.
cuts out. One time,
my parents have. I think they have TELUS now.
Oh, okay, changing it up.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, last year during the Stanley Cup playoffs, I think Game 5 or what was it? Game 5 or Game 4, Rogers Sportsnet crashed. Like I couldn't use the cable box at all. So
sad.
like my dad and I were ready to watch the game. We're pumped for it. Jacked completely.
Yeah, we need to go back to cable.
Yeah.
I don't want my cable over my Wi-Fi. I want my cable coming in on a cable.
Exactly. Well, where's the antennas on the TV?
There's my notice to the TV companies.
Yeah.
All right.
No antennas to even adjust.
Let's do a trivia card, movie trivia card, and then we'll do words of the day.
Nice. All righty. Okay. And this has 8 questions total on the card, of course.
Yep.
Just for fun. What was the sequel to A Fish Called Wanda called?
Oh, what was it called?
I didn't know there was a movie called Fish Called Wanda.
That's very funny. What did they call the sequel? Yeah, they went totally off board. Something like a Dangerous Mind. I don't know.
The answer is Fierce Creatures.
Fierce Creatures. Crap.
Yes.
Okay.
Too bad. All right. What game show host made his final movie appearance in the 2021 film Free Guy?
What game show host?
What game show host? Very popular.
Bob Barker.
No, it was Alec.
Oh, Alec Trebek. Okay.
Keep dropping the card. It's sticking to my hands.
This is a hard card.
The musical comedy Popeye was released in 1980. Who played the lead character?
Robin Williams.
That is correct. Sounds like a phone notification, that ding I have. Somebody's probably checking their phone right now. Okay. What 50s sci-fi featuring Robbie the Robot was the first film set entirely on another planet?
Lost in Space?
A forbidden
planet.
Or not a forbidden planet, just forbidden planet.
I'm not doing well on this one.
Oh, I love this movie. In Monty Python and the Holy Grail, what is the first question you must answer to cross the bridge of death?
What is the
first question?
Speed of a raven? Flying speed of a raven?
No, That I think that's the second one.
Okay. What was the first one?
What is your name?
Oh, okay.
And then it's like, what is the flying speed of a raven? Yeah, that's a good film for sure. What 90s movie sees Chicago firefighters on the trail of a serial arsonist?
Backdraft.
That is correct. Who plays Demi Moore's dead partner in the 90s classic film Ghost?
Swayze.
Yep, Patrick. Mm-hmm. What psychopath does Robert De Niro play in Cape Fear?
The character's name?
What psychopath? Yeah, that's all it says. What psychopath?
I don't remember the guy's name.
Max Caddy.
Okay.
And that was it.
All
so
right.
you went, what, 3 or
I didn't do well.
4
That was
for
bad.
8?
Okay, we got to go quick here, Coop. Words of the day for Edmonton Public Library, EPL.ca. Learn more about how EPL protects your freedom to read at intellectualfreedom.ca.
Okay, your first word of the day is alacrity. Alacrity.
ALACRITY. And this is to move with swiftness and a sense of urgency. Something you're not moving with right now. The show's over.
Okay, yeah. I'll give it to you. Correct spelling, and the definition is brisk and cheerful readiness.
Okay,
close. So you could use it in the same
close
kind
enough.
of. Yeah. Okay. Frippery. Frippery is your second word of the day. Frippery.
FRIPPEREY.
EREY is incorrect. No second E. Other than that, it's ERY. So
That's
over
what I
1.
said. FRIPPERY.
EREY, I thought you said.
No, I didn't.
Okay,
That's not what I wrote down.
You get it.
That's not what I wrote down.
Okay.
Right.
I trust you. You got it. You're
Maybe I said it, but I didn't write it down.
Okay, you're 3 for 3 so far.
Okay,
Reid.
good. Well, I don't know the definition. Give me a sentence quick.
Okay, the sentence for frippery. Got it here. Geez. You'll have to forego fripperies like glossy mags. A strictly business building with not a hint of frippery.
It's like just frippery is like unnecessary, like extras, like luxuries.
Yeah, showy or unnecessary ornament in architecture, dress, or language.
All right.
So just adjacent. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Basically, yeah, I'll give you 4 for 4. It's a Friday.
Why
Come
not?
on.
Why not? Well, I asked for a sentence, so 3.5. Not bad.
Sure.
10 o'clock tomorrow, Hello Hockey with Gazzola and Bell. 12:30 tomorrow, GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show hosted by Tom, leading you into the Oilers and the Ducks at 1:30. I'm Have the Cube. I'm Reid. Have a great weekend.